It's Jasper, Jacob, Job slash Prince. You know the vibe? Sitting on the couch watching this Juice World documentary. I was like, man, we should just flip out the cam. Document some shit. You feel me? So, shit, man. Well, let's really take it back to the beginning. Like, where you from? Like, you know, and what? Tell us about like how you came up.
Shoot,
your upbringing.
That's deep. Shoot, where I'm from, not many people heard of it, but Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was born in Tulsa, grew up in the city, the small city, Tulsa. Grew up a lot with my grandpa, and my grandma. And then they moved out to the country. So my life was just filled with getting in trouble and being sent out to my grandparents.
Word. So you grew up, you lived with your grandpa? He raised you?
My mom mostly raised me.
Okay.
But
was Pops in the picture or?
Yeah, it was split, but my mom mostly did the raising.
Got you.
My grandpa, he had a big part in raising me.
So, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, what year was it that you decided to like make music?
Shoot, it was.
How did that come to you?
Shoot, it was like right when soccer was like not fulfilling me no more. Like I thought I was gonna be a soccer player.
Word. What time did you start? When did you start playing soccer? Like, what age?
When I was like 3 or 4.
Oh wow.
Like 4,
okay.
like toddler soccer. Like right when I could walk soccer.
And who was the influence in that? Like your pops, your mom?
Shit, I think my mom.
Got you.
She just was like, I think I was just kicking kicking around the soccer ball a lot, like toys and stuff. And my mom was like, let's put him in soccer.
I feel it.
So I took over the soccer game in Tulsa for a long time. Played competitive at a young age and played that throughout high school. But music came along when I was like 14. 13, 14, and then I started taking it serious when I turned 16.
So let's like open up that time. At what point, you said you're 13 or 14. What made you? Did you just open your mouth in the shower and start singing? Or was it like
low-key, it was similar to that. Low-key, so my whole life, my parents they didn't have a really good relationship, but when they were together, my dad was just like trying to like really master his guitar skills, and we would come home from school and he would be like shredding the guitar from like 3 p.m. all the way to like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
And I just remember it, like I grew up kind of hating music because it was just annoying.
All right, we're gonna put that one down. Let's do. Let's get back to what we was talking about. Yo, hip hop heist, man. What up, y'all? We back with another live reaction, man. Let's just type it in right here. See what Jaguar Wright was talking about. She said she got it.
Through 10
All right, this is
are all the defendants who are being sued.
That's crazy. All right, so we're going to...
That I have on the screen.
Do it right now.
It is an 82-page lawsuit, you guys.
Like and subscribe.
With some of the most damning allegations and other names have been alleged. Now, these people, I'm pretty sure, are going to come out and want to
that's crazy.
Defend themselves. and say what they're going to say. But I advise all these people that's involved publicly to get their representation legally before they speak on this.
They know that. Come on.
Because when I go through this, I already know what the reaction is going to be. This is going to absolutely break the internet right here. Now, if you guys have not liked or shared this video, do that, man. And again, man, each of these people, man, wow. Bro, so in a lawsuit that has just been amended, refiled, as you guys can see right here on the top of your screen, right there, it says Sean R. Perez, ESQ, Nevada bar number 10421, law offices of Sean R. Perez. It gives the address, telephone number, email, or not email, but I think, email. Also, it says Ariel Mitchell. You guys remember the lawyer, Ariel Mitchell Kid, who was on the news. We seen Ariel Mitchell on News Nation, on many outlets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
ESQ, Pro Hack Vise. It seems like she has applied for this lawsuit. It says the law office of Ariel Mitchell, PA. So it looks like it's two legal offices that have teamed up. 500 in Northwest 2nd Avenue, 12864, Miami, Florida. You guys see the address. Y'all see the email. Attorneys for the plaintiff. So these are the two attorneys for the plaintiff. You guys, these are some of the most damning allegations I've been looking at, man, and you guys are not going to believe it, man. Again, I have to say that these people are all innocent. I want to repeat that on my channel. Unless proven guilty in any other situation, I want to repeat that from the beginning, because these allegations is fitting to tear up the whole YouTube streets. I'm telling y'all this right now. It's fitting to tear up the whole mainstream media. It's fitting to tear up everything. Ashley Parham.
Whoa. Ashley?
A girl by the name of Ashley Parham, as y'all see on y'all screen.
We heard that name.
And two Jane Does. No, excuse me. A Jane Doe and a John Doe have now sued, as you guys see, in an amended complaint, Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love, Puffy, and Diddy. Christina Coram, we've heard her name a few times come up. Sean Pierce.
Damn.
Ruben Valdez. John Pelletier.
That's crazy.
Odell Beckham Jr. Drew Desbordes, a.k.a.
DRUSKI, yeah, wow.
DRUSKI.
This can't be real.
Jacqueline Wright, a.k.a. Jaguar Wright. Helena Harris Scott. Matthias Gonzalez. Brandy Cunningham.
Is this real?
Janice Combs. Keith Lux, a.k.a. Big Homie.cc.
No way.
And John and Jane Does 1 through 10 are all the defendants who are being sued. They're named here all in this new lawsuit that just dropped just now and amended, where it names other names outside of Diddy. I can't believe what I'm reading, man. Introduction. This case involves RICO Enterprise for the purposes of sexual assault, battery, R-word, sexual abuse, false imprisonment, kidnapping for the personal and financial benefit to the enterprise participants. Number 2, Diddy, defendant Diddy, has been sued by countless individuals for crimes similar to the ones enumerated in this complaint. Number 3, defendant Diddy is currently a federal inmate awaiting criminal trial for crimes similar to the ones enumerated in this complaint. Number 4, defendant KK is an employee of defendant Diddy, often referred to by defendant Diddy as his right-hand woman. Number 5, Diddy's predatory behavior was constant and was well known by several individuals, including defendant Diddy's employees, staff, friends, family, and associates. In fact, defendant Diddy's sons are being sued for engaging in the same type of deviant behavior as their father, as pled in a Los Angeles Superior Court filing. Number 6, defendant Diddy was able to effectuate his crimes and evade capture and prosecution for his crimes for almost 30 years.
What?
Due to his position of power and influence in the entertainment industry. Defendant Diddy exploited his position and his relationships with powerful individuals to force sexual acts through exploitation, fear, manipulation, physical threats, emotional abuse, intimidation, retaliation. Had any of the previous victims of defendant Diddy been taken seriously, or had any of the abettors reported defendant Diddy's actions to law enforcement, defendant Diddy's illegal, and unfathomable behavior could have been prevented. Smash the like button as y'all come on in, man. I can't believe what I'm reading, bro. I can't. My heart dropped. But y'all know, man, I gotta speak what's on here, man, and let the people speak their piece. Defendant Diddy's, it says instead, defendant Diddy was able to reign his abuse and terrorism on countless victims for over 30 years.
Let's get to the good shit.
But surely will been unable to continue his pattern of abuse over such a long period of time. As alleged herein, defendant Diddy abused his position of power in the entertainment industry to garner loyalty and trust from the public at large and law enforcement while instilling fear, intimidation in the hearts of his valuable.
Damn, they make Diddy's like
decade.
Diddy's the Joker. Oh shit. And he was the Joker for Halloween. That's crazy. Go watch the new second Joker movie.
Pretend. Unlike most victims, defendant Diddy, who were employees, sex workers, or individuals seeking out defendant to help launch their careers, plaintiff Parham does not fall into any of those categories. Plaintiff Parham met defendant Diddy due to happenstance and still ended up being brutally victimized in a similar manner as described by others who have preceded her filing and others who will surely will follow, including plaintiff Doe's herein. Number 11, plaintiffs John and Jane Doe met with defendant Diddy through their connections in the music industry, as plaintiff John Doe was a previous plaintiff against Michael Jackson for sexual assault as a
what did that tell you?
Minor. And it gets worse, you guys, the allegations in this lawsuit. Number 12, due to defendant's agreement to participate in a corrupt enterprise, plaintiffs and countless other victims have been immeasurably and permanently harmed.
What the fuck?
Also, plaintiffs allege, and again, I hope this ain't real, bro.
Right.
I hope and pray, man. Man, listen, bro. I'm hoping and praying that this is not real right here, bro. I'm hoping and praying this is not real. But I got to keep going, man. Plaintiffs and countless other victims have been immeasurably and permanently harmed. Plaintiffs allege as follows upon personal knowledge as to themselves in their own acts and experience, and as to all other matters, upon information and belief, including investigations conducted by their attorneys, plaintiffs, or parties. And I will drop a link to the formal complaint. After this stream is over with, I will drop the link so you guys can look it up. It's there. I mean, it's in the files, bro.
That's crazy.
My bad, y'all. I had to get some juice. You said, when did this drop? About an hour and a half ago. It says, plaintiff Ashley Parham, parties. Plaintiff Ashley Parham is an individual who resides and is domiciled in California. Number 14, plaintiff John Doe is an individual who's domiciled in Nevada and resides in another state purposely to protect his safety and identity. Number 15, plaintiff Jane Doe is an individual who's domiciled in Nevada and resides in another state purposely to protect her safety and identity. Number 16, defendant Sean Diddy Combs is an individual who resides in and is domiciled in California. Defendant also owns a residence in Florida. However, defendant Diddy is currently an inmate at MDC in Brooklyn, New York. Number 17, defendant Christina Coram is an individual upon information and belief resides in and is domiciled in either California or North Carolina. Number 18, defendant Shane Pierce, who is an individual who resides in and is domiciled in California. Number 16, defendant Ruba Lyra Valdez is an individual who resides in and is domiciled in California. Number 20, defendant John Lawrence Pelletier is an individual who resides in and is domiciled in Nevada or Hawaii. Number 21, defendant Odell Beckham Jr. is an individual who resides in and is domiciled in Florida, previously referred to as John Doe in the plaintiff Parham's original complaint, meaning, you guys, they're unmasking the John Does in these lawsuits and the Jane Does that they're claiming that they've been suing now. They're naming the names. So people are saying they previously had these people's identities concealed. And now they're unsealing these people's identities now, as far as a lot of these lawsuits. Number 22, defendant Drew Desbordes, defendant known as DRUSKI, is an individual who, upon information and belief, resides in and is domiciled in either Maryland or Georgia.
Damn, they suing DRUSKI right now.
As John Doe in plaintiff Parham's original complaint. Number 23, man. Defendant Jacqueline Wright, defendant Jaguar, is an individual who, upon information and belief, resides in and is domiciled in California or Nevada. Number 24, defendant Helena Harris Scott, known as Helena, is an individual who, upon information and belief, resides in and is domiciled in California.
Damn.
Defendant Matthias Gonzalez.
Who the hell is that?
Defendant Gonzalez is an individual who, upon information and belief, resides in and is domiciled in Nevada. Number 26, defendant Brandy Clolinger Cunningham. Defendant Brandy is an individual who, upon information and belief, resides in and is domiciled in Arkansas, previously referred to as Jane Doe in plaintiff Parham's original complaint. Defendant Janice Combs.
Who's that? She look like a teacher.
Defendant.
She look, whoa, bro. She's a defendant. Who does this lady have? Previously referred to as Jane Doe in plaintiff Parham's original complaint.
Janice is an individual who resides in and is domiciled.
That's Diddy's mom? Damn. They suing Diddy's mom. Keith Lux, defendant, big homie, CC. Oh, shit.
Out in Florida. Number 28, defendant Keith Lux. Defendant known as Big Homie. .cc is an individual who, upon information and belief.
Hey, I watched this interview too, where Jaguar and Big CC on it. Man, y'all go tell me, bro. This fool was like, he was on some shit, bro. Cuz was really on like, on some kind of substance, cause he like sniffling. He fucking, I don't know if he's putting something in his arm. I don't know, man, but he was doing something crazy on that show. And she, even Jaguar Wright, looking at him like, bro, you on TV right now? You on camera? Like, what are you doing over there? You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. But for him to now be, he said he's the one saving the, you know, the women and the children from bad people. And now, I mean, I don't know if this is allegations, so I don't know. You know, we'll see what's to come, but that's crazy.
Resides and is domiciled in Nevada.
It says filed 3-7. That was yesterday.
Number 29.
This
Defendant
case number is up here in the left, so I guess you could really go search that. This looks to be real, man.
John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10. It's still a whole lot of other people they say they have not named, is what this lawsuit is saying, are individuals who, upon information and belief, reside in or are domiciled in various states, but mainly California.
That's crazy.
Let's keep going. Jurisdiction, venue, timeless in California's Sexual Abuse Cover-Up Accountability Act.
Wow.
I'm going to skip through this part because I'm going to get to where the accusations against these people, man. It says number 34. This action is timely under the Federal Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization RICO Act.
Damn.
18 U.S.C. 1961 as the Diddy sexual abuse and the cover-up enterprise.
Whoa. They got a whole, oh my God, bro. This is
fraudulently concealed the ongoing sexual and deceitful activities, torts, and conspiracy taking place within the Diddy sexual abuse and cover-up and enterprise.
Holy shit, bro.
It says this action is also timely under California Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act, California Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act, AB 2777, amended California Civil Procedure Section 340.16, extending the statute of limitations upon revival windows for adult survivors of sexual assault and related claims, and acknowledging that a 2-year statute of limitations simply does not provide sexual assault survivors adequate time to heal from physical and emotional trauma of sexual assault and prepare for a civil case. Now, let's get right to the phone. So y'all have heard who they're saying the plaintiffs are. Now let's get to this. It says defendants, fraudulent concealment through active attempts to cover up caused the ongoing trauma of the plaintiffs to suffer. Plaintiff Parham had repressed her experience until recently when defendant Diddy was accused by his ex-girlfriend, former employee Cassie Ventura, and others regarding their experiences with defendant Diddy. Assessing the civil justice system allows victims survivors an opportunity to seek accountability for the years of suffering caused by the abuse they experienced and a chance to take back the power they lost as a result of the sexual assault. Plaintiffs John and Jane Doe have been paralyzed in fear, have had to change their names, and frequently move from their residences for fear of being re-kidnapped, R-worded, abused, and assaulted by defendants herein. Plaintiff Doe's hereby invoke, basically what they're saying is they're going under private name, like a Jane Doe, John Doe, to protect their lives from the long reach of the Diddy sexual abuse and cover up and enterprise.
That's wild.
Number 37.
Man. Look at that.
Additionally, any statute of limitations applicable to the below claims, if any, is told as defendants or is stopped from raising such a defense as their actions described below deprive the plaintiff the opportunity to commence this lawsuit now, before, as well as equitable and legal basis. Factual allegations common to all counts, plaintiff parent. It gets worse, y'all. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in, share, and subscribe, man. Again, I repeat this as we go in here, man. All the people that I'm about to name in this lawsuit are innocent, unless proven guilty, man. My heart broke when I read this paperwork, man. My heart broke, man. But y'all know I got to read it, man. So let's get to it. Number 38. Plaintiff met defendant Shane in February 2018 after an altercation with another man at a bar, and defendant Shane came to the plaintiff's rescue. Number 39. While outside the bar with friends and other patrons, defendant Shane FaceTime video called defendant Diddy and was showing people defendant Diddy in the video on his phone, attempting to impress the people with his famous friend. Defendant Shane then showed plaintiff defendant Diddy on his video call, which the plaintiff ignored, stating she was not impressed by him, knowing defendant Diddy because she believes defendant Diddy has something to do with the murder of the rapper Tupac Shakur. Now, y'all remember this.
Hey, man, hit that like and subscribe if y'all watching. Appreciate y'all.
Now, there was a woman. That woman had came out, made a lawsuit. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the same woman who claims that Diddy all-worded her and violated her with a remote control. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the same person we're going to see right now. Number 41. Visible in the FaceTime call was defendant Diddy and some of his children, including his sons, Christian and Quincy. It appeared from the plaintiff's perspective that defendant Diddy was having a quote-unquote get-together at his home during the time of the FaceTime call with defendant Shane. Number 42, defendant Diddy heard the plaintiff's statement and made a remark that the plaintiff would pay for her statement regarding Tupac and overall dismissal of defendant Diddy. Number 43, on March the 23rd, 2018, defendant Shane invited the plaintiff over to his home to assist him with his cancer medications because he stated he was weak and unable to open his medications. Number 44, upon the plaintiff's arrival, defendant Shane informed the plaintiff that he wanted to give her a ride in his new car. Plaintiff and defendant Shane left his residence for a brief period and then returned. Number 45, once they returned, defendant Shane left the door to his apartment partially open and stated that the door was ajar because there was an issue with the door where it couldn't close completely. Number 46, defendant Shane was renting an apartment on the lower floor of a home in Orinda, California. Number 47, defendant Shane had a separate entrance into his residence that led to the backyard of the home. The home also had a main entrance on Loma Vista Drive. Number 48, defendant Shane rented the home from a woman who lived in the upstairs portion of the home and had 2 dogs.
Hey, it's a nice house if it's on Loma Vista, it's a newer house. All them newer houses got the Loma Vista.
Woman who lived in the upstairs portion of the home and had 2 dogs who resided with her. Number 49, plaintiff and defendant Shane then began to watch a movie, and defendant Shane offered her a glass of water, which he retrieved and brought back to the plaintiff. Number 50, approximately 10 minutes after the plaintiff and defendant Shane returned from their drive, defendant Diddy entered defendant Shane's residence.
Oh, that's a nightmare, brother. This is like a movie.
Number 51, defendant Diddy entered the home in a grand, ready-to-party manner. His grandiose entrance was loud that the dogs upstairs began barking. Number 52, defendant Diddy did not enter the home through the backyard entrance, but instead through the main entrance. Number 53, along with defendant Diddy. Oh, Jesus, man.
Wait, what? It said...
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
gonna let him read it, my bad. Damn, that's crazy. Hey, what the hell?
Oh, Jesus. Along with defendant Diddy were his bodyguards, defendant Big Homie .cc, defendant KK, defendant Brandy, defendant Doe number 2, who upon information and belief is a friend of defendant Shane and Diddy, and defendant Diddy's driver, Doe 3, who remained outside and in his vehicle during the duration of the plaintiff's assault. Number 54, plaintiff believes defendant Shane invited her over to set her up to be assaulted by defendant Diddy because of the statement she made about defendant Diddy a month prior. Number 55, upon defendant Diddy's arrival, he immediately began to antagonize the plaintiff, stating she thought she would never see him in person.
Oh, wow.
Pay for her statements about Tupac during the video call that defendant Diddy caught the plaintiff.
That's crazy.
Plaintiff was in shock, as she never believed that she would ever see or meet defendant Diddy in real life, let alone in a small apartment rented by defendant Shane. Hold on, y'all.
That's crazy, bro. Imagine that. Imagine you talk some shit and then you end up seeing that person you talk shit about, but not in some big party. You at a house, little apartment. And who walks through? Boom. The one you was on camera talking about. Oof, that's rough, man. Think about it. And it's not just somebody, it's Diddy. It's Diddy, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So it said plaintiff was in shock as she never believed that she would ever see Diddy or meet defendant Diddy in real life. That's crazy, man. You literally in that moment gotta think about your exit. All right, where's the weapons at? You know what I mean? Once he comes at me, you know what I mean? We're gonna tussle a little bit. But he going down and I'm gonna escape this house. Like, we're gonna go through this whole 87 pages, bro. That's really what it is. This is interesting. This shit came out yesterday, bro. So let's see, man. Let's really see.
Hey, Britt, shut the doors up, man. Shut it up.
Hey, cause real talk. What man, I'm just gonna let it go.
Go ahead, goddamn Walker, man. Get the noise out, dog. Put the noise out.
Where this fool at, man? Hurry up, Tick.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, come on.
Them two going back and forth. My bad.
It's all good, but come on.
Let me get back to this.
All right.
It says number 56. Plaintiff was in shock as she never believed that she would ever see or meet defendant Diddy
Hit that like and subscribe, y'all.
in real life, y'all. Let alone in a small apartment rented by defendant Shane. Number 57. Defendant Diddy then began advancing towards where the plaintiff was sitting on defendant Shane's bed with a knife and held it to the right side of the plaintiff's face and threatened to give her a Glasgow smile in retaliation for previous statements on a video call.
Tell me that ain't the Joker. That's literally a scene from the new Joker movie. Think about it. Like, go watch it.
58.
This nigga Diddy is the Joker.
Defendant KK told defendant Diddy that she did not think giving plaintiff a Glasgow smile would be advantage just to their potential clients who they could sell the plaintiff for sex to.
Whoa.
It goes on.
Wait. What?
It goes on, man.
Oh, shit.
It says, number 59, defendant KK then made a threat to plaintiff that they could ship her off anywhere in the world and that she would never see her family or anyone she knew ever again. Number 60, defendant Shane then partially undressed plaintiff and then defendant Diddy removed the remainder of plaintiff's clothes, removing the knife from her face, and then retrieved a bottle of liquid from a large fanny pack. Number 61, defendant Diddy then squirted a bottle of liquid on the plaintiff, which placed her in fear that she was being squirted with a chemical substance like acid.
Come on, for real?
Plaintiff soon realized the substance was an oil lubricant. Plaintiff was squirted with this liquid substance over the entirety of her naked body.
No.
Number 62, defendant KK was then told by defendant Diddy to insert what looked like a syringe from a sterile packaging into the plaintiff's vagina. Number 63, defendant KK did as told while assisted by defendant Brandy, and then told defendant Diddy they were unable to use the IUD because it had prematurely been released from its packaging. Number 64, defendant Diddy, upset by this, took the syringe from defendant KK and tried inserting it in the plaintiff's area as well. Instead, it said that defendant KK and Diddy began to argue as defendant KK continued to advise defendant Diddy that since the IUD had been prematurely released from its packaging, there's no way they could insert it into her area effectively. After some time, defendant Diddy heeded the advice of defendant KK and removed the syringe from the plaintiff's area and handed it to defendant KK.
What the fuck, bro?
Defendants KK and defendant Brandy then exited defendant Shane's residence, leaving plaintiff alone with defendant Diddy's, Shane, and the John Does who have been named herein. 67, defendant Diddy then picked up a television remote that was near plaintiff and violently inserted it into this person's area. Number 68, defendant Diddy, while violently R-wording the plaintiff with a television remote, told the plaintiff that her life was in his hands and that if he wanted, he could take her and she would never be seen again. Plaintiff began hysterically crying from threats of defendant Diddy, along with the pain of being violently R-worded by defendant Diddy with a television remote, as well as lingering pain from the ordeal with the IUD syringe insertion. Defendant Diddy then instructed defendant Shane to turn the plaintiff on her stomach, seemingly tired of hearing the plaintiff's cries. Defendant Shane then grabbed the plaintiff by her abs and hips and turned the plaintiff on her stomach. Defendant Diddy instructed defendant Shane to put a pillow over her head because he didn't want to see her face or hear her cries.
That's crazy.
And instructed defendant Shane anal her. Number 72. Defendant Shane did as he was told by defendant Diddy and began to then violently point defendant time. After defendant 2 blanked the plaintiff, he exited defendant Shane's residence. Number 76. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, this is a lot, bro.
Defendant Diddy then instructed another defendant, Doe, to also the plaintiff. Defendant Doe has been determined to be defendant DRUSKI.
DRUSKI. What the fuck, bro? There's no way. That's crazy. I mean, they're obviously, this is the case number, right? So what the fuck, bro? I guess, like, what the fuck? Instead of immediately, to defendant DRUSKI doused plaintiff. Oop. With more oil BREAKIN and jumped on top of plaintiff's body, treating it like a slip and slide and knocking the wind out of plaintiff due to his enormous size.
Again, all these names I'm naming, all these people are innocent unless it's otherwise proven.
Bro, but like, damn. That's crazy. That's creepy crazy. Like, DRUSKI's literally on his show. He's on his show right now. And if he did this, that's just crazy.
Some court of law, we over here,
Ain't that crazy to y'all? They're like, he could be doing that and then going on the show and talking shit to women, or you know what I mean, just doing the show. Like, they have his show, but defendant DRUSKI didn't calm himself from sliding over plaintiff's own body and off the bed. He then began. Damn. And if he didn't do this, whoever is making this shit up is crazy. Because people are innocent until proven guilty, right? Some people are innocent, but we're guilty the whole time. Some people are innocent and they're really innocent. But man, imagine the minds of somebody that is just making this story up. That would be fucking bizarre. People like, but if he did do that, that is bizarre as well. So it just shows you like somebody's lying, right? That's crazy, bro.
It's in the paperwork. We're gonna speak about it. But these people have a right.
Like what? If you okay, let's just take the one side. If you lying about this, you are sick, dog. You're sick. But if you did this, then you're even sicker. Like,
you have their argument as well.
That's crazy.
With their names being put in this situation, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna do that. I would advise
hit that like and subscribe as well.
Every one of them to get legal counsel. You understand?
Okay.
Because these allegations that's in this thing is serious, and it's gonna get worse as this thing goes along. And so, as I said before, man, you know, you gotta offer that that to everyone when you're reading these type of allegations, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is unbelievable, bro. Let's go on. It says, instead of immediately R-wording the plaintiff,
R-word. No,
defendant DRUSKI.
Don't be. This motherfucker was saying all these words. I'm like, bro, don't be saying all these words. Just fucking shorten them up. This shit crazy.
Douse the.
You know why my energy don't like? You know what I mean? My energy don't like even like reading shit like this. But I mean, I'm doing it because, well, first off, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. You get what I'm saying? But this was dropped all over YouTube yesterday. Like, I didn't. This is crazy, bro.
Plaintiff with more oil, lubricant, and then jumped on top of the plaintiff.
Come on.
And knocking the wind out of the plaintiff due to his enormous size.
I don't mean to laugh. Because it's really big. He's a big fucking dude. He was on ESPN yesterday, DRUSKI, right? Like, he's the Love and Hip Hop guy. Or, I mean, he got that Love and Hip Hop type YouTube show. In fact, let's look it up. DRUSKI. He's a funny guy, too. Yeah, Could Have Been Love. Could Have Been Records type shit. That's crazy. This show was dope. Could Have Been Records auditions. That shit was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he been in some music videos too. Okay, so you've been working, but that's kind of creepy if you've been doing all this on the side. Dude, how you got time for all of it? That's crazy. You got time for all this weird shit? Dude, honestly, I don't even want to go through this shit. This shit is like creepy. Let's just keep going to the end. I'm gonna read some of these. They say, "Where you at, Jag? The hip hop New Jack City." That must be old. Jag was not part of the shit since the 90s or early 2000s. Did they make Jaguar do it? The filing is no longer the novel War and Peace. Google War and Peace for the... Okay, what? Google War and Peace for the uninitiated. Oh, shit, I might have found something. Google War and Peace for the initiated. See, that's what I'm saying. If I don't want to read all that shit, and that shit be not real, bro. I'm not in that business at all. Okay, War and Peace. Let's see what this is about. Because, you know what I mean, disinformation is also true. That's the intent to put out. You know what I mean? We're going to diss.
War and Peace is one of the most rewarding, rich and insightful works of literature of all time. We continue to read and reread Tolstoy's masterpiece over a century and a half since it was first published, because it is an endless work. A work that we can return to and, in a sense, never really leave, and continue to draw nourishment from over the course of our lives. But it is certainly no secret that many readers find the prospect of tackling this masterpiece to be daunting, and for good reason. The reputation of War and Peace certainly precedes it, but there really is nothing to fear when it comes to this great story, and you have so many joys in store for you. So let's talk about how to access this work and overcome some of its main difficulties. And I believe that difficulties and obstacles are really gifts in disguise. For example, one obstacle that many readers encounter when it comes to War and Peace is the huge cast of characters. The gift in disguise is many new friends and many opportunities to interact with manifestations of yourself. What's another obstacle? Well, it's length. That's certainly an obstacle. It's a long book. But the counter to that, the gift...
We got to look. War and Peace for the uninitiated. The strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. Okay, for the uninitiated. All right, hold on. We got to really get into this, bro. This might really open up some. Okay, this is a partial review of War and Peace. Okay, we're going back to the homie because he was talking about it. I just had to make sure this is right, but yeah. Somebody said in the comments right now, watch War and Peace, Uninitiated. And that will break down why people are accusing these people of that, or if they're doing that, what's going on. Like it's supposed to clear that up. So
War and Peace is one of the most rewarding, rich and insightful works of literature of all time. We continue to read and reread Tolstoy's masterpiece over a century and a half since it was first published, because it is an endless work, a work that we can return to and, in a sense, never really leave, and continue to draw nourishment from over the course of our lives. But it is certainly no secret that many readers find the prospect of tackling this masterpiece to be daunting, and for good reason. The reputation of War and Peace certainly precedes it, but there really is nothing to fear when it comes to this great story, and you have so many joys in store for you. So let's talk about how to access this work and overcome some of its main difficulties. And I believe that wish had gone on longer. Henry James famously launched a barb at books like Middlemarch and War and Peace, calling them loose, baggy monsters, which is rather unfair because despite their size, I really believe that there are no superfluous details. Everything is there for a reason, and the power is partly due to the size. War and Peace is a sweeping, operatic saga. It is an epic, and it is sublime. Sublimity arises from the grand. When you go out into nature and you look up at the stars, or you look at a mountain, or you contemplate the ocean and the crashing waves, or if you hear a roaring storm, all of these things inspire in us feelings of the sublime. They awe us into silence, they ground us in the present moment, and they take us up out of ourselves. They induce in us peak experiences. And there are moments in War and Peace, many moments, that have the power to induce peak experiences in you too. And the sublime, the grand, the sweeping is something that we have lost touch with in the modern day world. We are inundated with the short form, and yet collectively we are starting to yearn for the long form. Again, we are starting to yearn for epics and sagas, and we are insatiable creatures. We love to binge our content. We want to have consumed everything all at once, and so the prospect of a sweeping saga like War and Peace, that can be rather daunting because we look at the size of it and we think, ooh, that might take a while. But I would encourage you, if you feel that way, to embrace this psychotherapeutic technique from Holocaust survivor, founder of logotherapy and writer of Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl. There's this idea of paradoxical intention, where you embrace the thing you fear. You do not flee from it, you do not hide it or deny it. And so, with a work of literature that is as sweeping as War and Peace, you tell yourself, this may take a while, and that is okay. In fact, that is optimal. And length of work truly is one of the easiest obstacles to overcome, because it's like with...
So yeah, I was breaking this shit down, right? Diddy, ODELL, BECKHAM, JAGUAR WRIGHT, Big Homie CC, all these people that be on this shit talking about everyone else. And then it was getting deep, right? So then I go to the comments, and it said, homie says, this filing is no longer the novel War and Peace. Google War and Peace for the uninitiated. Then this person says, this is absolute slander. on Jaguar Wright's name. So what? Odell Beckham was included in the freak-offs, was said by I Own a House in Virginia, right? So I go and Google War and Peace, and it's some kind of psychological thing, like and that's what he's breaking down: the sublimity, the epic, and the grand.
Anything in life, whether you want to establish a new athletic,
is trying to apply anything to this whole case. This suit, this filing. Someone filed this shit about all these people yesterday. I'm trying to apply this War and Peace breakdown or the idea of what this book is about to what's going on in this spot, like what's in this suit, like with you get what I'm saying? Because I want truth, like radical truth. That's what we're trying to get to. You know what I mean? Radical truth, like what's the truth? What's the truest truth? Like, you know what I mean? So, it's crazy because somebody is lying. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody is lying. So who's lying? We got to find that out.
Regime. Or maybe you have some huge life event on the horizon that's keeping you up at night, stressing you out. Like with anything grand, it comes down to breaking it into manageable chunks. It comes down to our habits. In my first year of university, we had to read Moby Dick, and we were all intimidated by its size. And our first year tutor says, you can read this in under a year. It's a chapter a day.
Street sign at the location found blank, a dead-end street off of Loma Vista Drive. Plaintiff John Doe repeated the name of the street to himself so he remembered and was unable to whisper into Jane Doe's ear to remember the intersecting street name blank.
Wow.
Plaintiff believed that this was the home that they would be unalived in and tried to devise a plan for escape.
Wow.
It says the plaintiffs were brought into the house, into a kitchen, where they were watched by Defendant Gonzalez. The plaintiffs repeated their pleas to Defendant Gonzalez to be released and for mercy, which he replied, there's nothing he can do. Plaintiffs could hear other people inside the home and tried to listen to understand what was happening, and which included a woman's scream. Eventually, the plaintiffs were led deeper into the home where they were encountered more individuals, including Defendant Diddy. 227. It said that the plaintiffs observed several individuals gathered around a bed while defendants Gonzalez and Valdez stood outer guard. Plaintiffs observed defendants Jaguar and Helena enter the residence. Defendant Jaguar told the plaintiffs, he wants something you have. If I were you, I'd figure out what it is really fast. The he defendant was referring to is believed to be Defendant Diddy. It says shortly after, Defendant DRUSKI appeared wearing a vest and shorts and engaged in conversation with plaintiffs. Plaintiffs tried to appeal the defendant to the defendant by talking about the music industry, and the defendant instructed the plaintiffs that they should cooperate. It said the plaintiffs described what they observed during the assault of Plaintiff Parham after this interaction with Defendant DRUSKI.
Shout out Tiki for sure, bro. He's like really working. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this right now if it wasn't for our Ticket TV, from my boy Ticket TV. So shout out, it is what it is too, man. Because really, it is what it is. Like, life is what it is. You feel me? Oh, that's a bar. I used to say it is what it is a lot. Because it really is. It is what it is. Like, you can't. What you gonna do? Cry about it? No, we're gonna figure it out. The solution. But ultimately, it is what it is. All right, back to this, man. Like and subscribe.
It says plaintiffs observed Plaintiff Parham having an IUD forcefully placed in her blank.
God damn.
In her kitty by defendants KK with the assistance of defendant Brandy. Plaintiffs heard defendant KK make a remark about how plaintiff Jane Doe would not need an IUD because of her age.
No.
It says, while hearing plaintiff Parham scream in agony during the forced IUD insertion, plaintiff Jane Doe yelled, "Stop hurting her." Plaintiffs observed defendant Shane place a pillow over plaintiff Parham's face, suffocating her, and plaintiff Jane Doe yelled for them to stop or she would die. Plaintiff Jane Doe believes plaintiff Parham did lose consciousness because she became limp and unresponsive. It says that defendant Diddy instructed defendant Valdez to shut her up, and defendant Valdez hit plaintiff Jane Doe with a handle of his firearm. Plaintiff John Doe witnessed plaintiff Parham being assaulted by the remote, and when he tried to say something to the plaintiff, was told to shut up or they would get the remote put in him next. Plaintiff John Doe believes he heard defendant Jaguar make remarks, put that remote in her, she gonna learn today, and telling the plaintiff Parham that she was going to make it worse. Plaintiffs believe the remote assault was to punish plaintiff Parham for the IUD failure. It goes on. It says, plaintiff heard defendant KK remark to defendants Diddy and Druski that she needed to keep them sufficiently D'd and revealed a bag full of D's and paraphernalia. Defendant KK appeared to be distributing doses to the defendants, asking them about their weights to administer the proper amount. At some point, plaintiff John Doe was taken to the bathroom. While in the bathroom, he believed there may have been other tenants and began to bang on the walls, hoping that someone would hear him. But the only person who heard him was defendants Valdez and Gonzalez, who was outside keeping watch. Upon plaintiff John Doe's return, he saw defendant Odell. It says that the plaintiff John Doe immediately took notice of defendant Odell because when he took his clothes off, the plaintiff remembers defendant being in great shape, especially in comparison to the naked bodies of Diddy and Drusky. It said the plaintiff John Doe overheard defendant Diddy and Odell discussing business and the plan to have plaintiff return to New York with defendant Odell.
Damn, they were going to take her out.
Plaintiff John Doe could not readily observe where plaintiff Jane Doe was at this time.
Damn.
While during this time, plaintiff Jane Doe was out of sight. Plaintiff Jane Doe was being sexually assaulted by defendant Valdez in another room. It says plaintiff John Doe witnessed the gang R word of plaintiff Parham. Plaintiff Jane Doe witnessed the GR of plaintiff Parham. Plaintiff John
I'm gonna grind up some indoor real quick while we finish this off.
Doe witnessed defendant Druski douse plaintiff Parham in baby oil and then jumped and slid across her body.
Why they keep sliding, bro? This is some weird ass shit, bro. And you know what? There's been so much. Oh man, this is. You know those 1,000 baby oil bottles? The shit is starting to sound real, cuz. Like the pictures that was the meme pictures, all that shit's starting to look real, Diddy. Like, come on, fool. Like, you had 1,000, fool. I get it, you rich. You probably have stocks of just low. You know what I mean? You got toothpaste. You probably got 500 just toothpaste bottles because you did a thing with Colgate. I get it. But when they start, you know what I mean, 300 pages of you just sliding up and down with all your homies on these women and just doing the worst shit. What are you doing? What are we even talking about, bro? It's starting to sound. It's like, why did that baby bottle whole story come out? Well, maybe this was a ritual. You know what I mean? And that's what's crazy. Wow.
It says that plaintiff John Doe observed defendants Diddy and Druski maniacally and hysterically laughing, which plaintiff attributed to their D use. It says defendant Diddy then attempted to force plaintiff John Doe to also assault plaintiff Parham, and he refused.
Wow.
It says the defendant Diddy instructed defendant co-conspirators to throw plaintiff John Doe into the wall several times in order to get him to comply with his demand to R-word plaintiff Parham which he would not comply. Defendant Diddy instructed defendant co-conspirators to yank, grab, and pull at the plaintiff John Doe's beefcake violently in an effort to punish him for not participating in the GR word of plaintiff Parham. Plaintiff John Doe remembers. Again, I gotta say this, man. Man, listen, bro. You guys, Ariel, Mitchell Kidd, and that other lawyer.
Hold on.
And
because look, this motherfucker said defendant Big Homie CC was saying he was going to look for pliers to use for further torture. That is fucking nuts, dog. I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. That is sick and nasty and sad. Like, God, like, come on. Nobody got God in their heart no more. Like, what the fuck is going on? Bro.
Boy, I'm telling you right
what's going on, man. Holy shit. No. I gotta take a piss, man. Y'all keep watching.
They in it now. They wanted to be in it. They in it now. They in it now. I'm telling y'all this. And then we on page 41. It says, at plaintiff John Doe's beefcake violently in effort to punish him for not participating in the GR of plaintiff Parham. Plaintiff John Doe remembers defendant Big Homie CC saying he was going to look for pliers to use to further torture the plaintiff. Come on, man. It says plaintiff John Doe believes defendant Diddy wanted the plaintiff to all-word plaintiff Parham so they could frame him in the event plaintiff Parham reported her assault. It's John Doe to place on plaintiff Parham. Defendant Diddy had one of the defendant co-conspirators orally copulate plaintiff John Doe to get milk from him, right? But it failed. And when I say milk, y'all know what type of milk I'm saying. It said plaintiff Jane Doe observed defendant KK return to the room to check on plaintiff Parham and providing her an IV for telling her to breathe deeply. Plaintiff John Doe watched plaintiff Parham lose consciousness. At some point, plaintiff Jane Doe returns after defendants Diddy, Shane, Druski, and Odell, KK, and others to leave the home and retire to either the backyard or the upstairs patio.
That's crazy.
Plaintiffs were left alone and unattended with an unconscious plaintiff Parham.
No.
Man, this is, man, like I said before, man. Bro, this is crazy, man.
Shout out Tick for even reading this shit, bro. Man.
It goes on to talk about Diddy's sons right here. It says, plaintiffs observed others outside believed to be defendant Diddy's sons, Christian and Quincy. Plaintiffs observed them from roughhousing and practicing layup basketball moves.
What?
It said plaintiffs heard defendant Diddy tell his sons to watch the gate and make sure no one left. It said a plaintiff observed defendant Gonzalez outside the front door, where the front door was barricaded by yellow crime scene-like tape. The door lock was unusual because it was facing backwards, needing the key to exit.
Damn, no way.
Let's just keep scrolling through this, bro. I'm on page 42, man.
Hey, you gotta pray. You gotta pray. You gotta pray to God after you read all this shit. This shit is ugly. You get what I'm saying? You want to pray for peace and love on everybody, bro. God damn, bro. People, whoever wrote this or whoever did this. So, if this is true, these are the worst people in the world. If it ain't true, the person that wrote this is the worst person in the world.
This is crazy. Why do they keep talking about Michael Jackson?
Whoa, hold up. Yo, Donner, was it? Donner Diener said, just finished Tick's coverage. So much to process. Big Homie was in the comments on his live claiming his innocence. Whoa, that's crazy. Man. I wonder what he was saying. I wonder if we could. What was he talking about, bro? Like what? Yeah, what was his reaction to this? Well, we're gonna keep going, but yeah, talk to us. He said a lot, man. Damn, I bet. That's crazy because he's the one, he's the one that's claiming he's for the women and children and blah blah blah.
Lawsuit.
I don't know, man.
It said the plaintiff believed the documents were related to creditor claims. Plaintiff
no shit. He called, so it's gonna be out. Talk to me. Let us know, man. We appreciate you. He said he was gonna sue. Of course, I mean, he knows how to play this legal game. So, but damn, you can't sue what's already. Like, look at the case number. Anybody, it's right here where I'm gonna put my mouse key.
Against Michael Jackson's estate.
The case number, like, you can't sue.
I don't understand any of that.
That's crazy.
It says during the interactions, party hears a shot, which causes everyone to run towards the backyard where the shot came from.
That's nuts, man.
It said plaintiff John Doe, who was left alone and unattended.
I was gonna I know I was watching some of it, and I was like, man, let me just go live because, I be doing some of the some of the Jaguar Wright stuff, and everyone's innocent until proven guilty. I understand, but like whoever is accusing or whoever is doing needs to. I mean, people want to see. People want to know. These people that they're listening to on these different platforms, like, is it possible that this is going on, on the other side? So, I don't know, man. I was just like, let me go live real quick. But now that you're telling me, damn, I wish I could have seen that too. A lot of his fans hating on him live. Sad cause I loved him. He raises awareness. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, man, this guy seems like one of the good guys. You know what I mean? But then also I could see in different times, different interviews, like he'd be doing weird shit. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not like no body language expert, but I just know energy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We know energy when you tapped in. I focus on energy. And so he was always kind of just spitting on like some, like maybe he just waiting for his moment to shine. And he's going to do anything to stay in that moment. And that's how. But like this shit, man, it's been a lot. We're going to finish it out, bro. Nah, you good, man. We might have to go look up his stream. Hopefully the stream's still up. And I wanna see all that after we finish this out. Well, I appreciate you, Donner, man. Thank you. Appreciate you a lot.
Able to reach the stairs where he saw plaintiff Karen with the knife looking as if she was about to stab defendant Diddy, and he yelled out, "Do it, stab him." But he saw plaintiff Karen hesitate. It says that plaintiff John Doe observed defendant Diddy push plaintiff Karen down the bottom of the stairs, and plaintiff John Doe believes he assisted her up. Plaintiffs were...
Hey, man, I'm going to... let me do this real quick. We got a new mod in now. Yeah, Donner, you're a mod now. You feel free to come in any stream, do what you got to do, man. Appreciate you so much. You're really good at that. You just relayed a lot of information. I appreciate you a lot.
Briefly then reunited, and plaintiff John Doe and plaintiff Jane Doe now was their opportunity to escape. It says, following plaintiff Parham, plaintiffs ran out the back gate onto the street and in the opposite direction of plaintiff Parham. Plaintiff arrived at the house next door to the residence and banged on the door and yelled for help. The wife came out and said that she and her husband couldn't help. Plaintiffs found an exchange bizarre and cannot understand why they would not want help or call 911.
Because they probably in on it too.
Man, this thing is crazy, man. It just keeps going on, bro. Keeps going on. Hold on, you guys. Damn, this shit talking about Jag again. Here it go. It says 290. I'm going to go right to 290 or 289. It says that defendant Gonzalez placed the plaintiffs in another vehicle, which was hard to see due to the darkness. It says that...
Hell yeah, man. We appreciate you, man. Now, look what you just did for us, so... You put us on in real time. That's That's what we appreciate, man. So, Hip Hop Heist, welcome to the team, Donor.
What does it say? It says that let me see. It says that defendant it says plaintiff Jane Doe pleaded with defendant Gonzalez to let them go and that she would not tell. In a last-ditch effort, wow. Plaintiff told defendant she overheard defendants Jaguar and Helena say they were not.
You know what? I also to Diener, Donner Diener. Let me get that right. Our new mod. You said I had the worst day ever, and you just made it better. That shit makes me feel honored, and so I have to let that be known. Like, and that's how energy works, right? It's peaks and valleys. You could have a valley, but know that there's a peak around the corner, right? So you got to keep moving, keep being you. Don't lose it. Don't crash out. Just keep going, because if the morning is shitty, the nighttime is about to be better. Just know that. Right? I'm 30. I'll be 36 this year. That's a lot of days on Earth. So, I didn't know this before, but no one has to overreact to anything. We hold all power to react to life how in the best balanced manner that we can. We are human, so we do, it takes a long time to learn, but my whole life is just about healing and reprogramming. Like, we're born into the system, but when we're born, we literally start having, and you don't grow up till you're 20, you go through shit, and that's how you learn. So I went through a lot of shit. So now it's just about, let me just keep elevating mentally, of putting people on awareness of what, is real and what couldn't be, what maybe isn't real. Like I said, there's somebody that did this stuff that they're talking about in this transcript, that, right? Somebody either did it or didn't. But if they didn't do it, that means somebody made this up. That person is no better than the person. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, probably the person that did it is worse if that happened. But the person, if it's made up, you don't want to eat lunch with that. I don't want that person around me. I wouldn't trust that. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of that too. And that's why I think the innocence until proven guilty, that's a vague term, right? But also, that's what I'm speaking about. It's like, if they didn't do this, somebody made this up. And if they made it up, that person is not. That's scary. That scares me.
Not going to pay him, and that there was not enough money for him. Unbeknownst to the plaintiffs, defendant Jaguar and Helena were in a nearby vehicle. Defendant Gonzalez exited the vehicle and went to the vehicle with defendant Jaguar and Helena and confronted them about what plaintiff Jane Doe had said. Defendant Gonzalez returned to the vehicle where plaintiffs were being held, seemingly confirming what plaintiff Jane Doe said, because plaintiffs heard him use the Spanish term mayate, which is often used as a slur towards black folks.
Wow.
It says defendant Gonzalez then walked plaintiffs to a nearby street where the SUV was parked and gave the plaintiff the keys to the vehicle and released them.
That's crazy,
man, bro.
Interesting.
It says first cause of action, violation of 18 USC Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, plaintiff against all defendants.
Damn, bro. Yeah, they got a whole Diddy. They got a whole Diddy sexual abuse and cover up enterprise. Man, that is crazy, bro. There's like companies there's like probably nonprofits, and then, but that's what he's in. That's what he's heading, is the Diddy sexual abuse and cover up enterprise. That's fucking nuts, bro. This man is crazy. Actually, Diddy, there was a phone call that came out. We're gonna look that up after this. I can't get too out of the path, but we're gonna look up that Diddy phone call. He talked to his sons, talking about like, don't look at none of the news or some shit. I'm like, Oh, of course, because this shit is creepy.
They're trying to write this shit up like this shit is a
scary, man.
They're trying to write this up like this is a some type of indictment. That's what it seems like. They trying to put this on these people. Again, as I told you guys, and I'm looking at this thing right now, bro. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. It's one thing when you have allegations, another thing you gotta prove it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
And so I truly believe that all the people that have been included in this, you know, they should all have a chance to give their side of the story. If somebody say something about you, you should have a chance to be able to say your side of the story. I truly believe that, man. Because to see all of this now, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me keep going. Hold on, you guys. They're trying to put this together like this is like you can see that they're putting all types of different like code words and stuff in this lawsuit. They're writing this thing up like this some type of indictment.
That's wild.
You guys can see how they're writing it right here, man.
Nah, it's some real court shit right here.
They're calling racketeering activity and stuff. They're trying to say all of these things. Again, we're on page 49 of 87, y'all. What? So it says defendants knowingly benefited from Diddy's sexual abuse and cover-up enterprise as they retain employment benefits and other monetary benefits. Specifically, defendant Shane mysteriously had a brand new car upon information and belief provided to him by defendant Diddy and thanks and appreciation for facilitating the sexual assault on the plaintiff.
Like, we're going to buy you a car. Thank you for doing all that creepy, bad, nasty devil shit. Let me get your little hybrid, bud.
Defendants Pelleter, Valdez, Jaguar, and Helena received and handled cash on behalf of the enterprise. They trying to put Jaguar in the enterprise.
Damn, she was in it.
Defendants Odell and Drusky received benefits related to their celebrity, specifically defendant Drusky, who had a TV show on the Revolt TV network.
No way.
So it doesn't say what they did for Odell Beckham Jr., but they're trying to say for Drusky, they're trying to say they gave Drusky his own TV show.
Whoa. You just looked it up. You better not say that. You telling me, okay, this is what they just said, bro. They said that could have been love, right? This one that's on right now. Or it could have been, maybe they gave him the first season. We don't know when this happened. Allegedly. Could have been House. So they're saying that he got could have been House. Because this is what started could have been, right? All these could have been shows. Which they're all funny as fuck, right? It's funny as shit, right? Comedy, right? Love stand-up comedy, but they're saying that because of he did all this enterprise shit for Mr. Cheesecake, you know, go get the cheesecake for me, Diddy. They're saying that because he did that, he got the could have been. Come on, bro. I'm there. I can't. Why do they do this?
It says
How am I
gonna watch could have been anymore? And they're like, well, that show's only on there because he did some ritual.
Willfully ignored the dangers of Diddy's conduct and pattern of harassment, sexual assault, abuse,
Diener, what do we do?
misconduct solely.
This is wild, Diener.
For their own personal economic benefit. Right?
That's a lot, man.
It says, plaintiff reports to the police were ignored. Others who complained about Diddy's egregious behavior were ignored until Cassie Ventura sued defendant Diddy.
Poor girl,
right?
Too. She went through hell, probably. Poor girl. That's so crazy.
It says, since Mrs. Ventura's bravery, countless individuals have come forward and filed complaints regarding sexual abuse at the hands of defendant Diddy. It says the course of
victims and evidence obtained by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York ultimately led to Diddy being indicted for RICO violations of sex trafficking, among other charges.
So these are some of the reasons why he was even charged. Oh wow! So
it says the Diddy sexual abuse and cover-up
enterprise shit in Hollywood is real.
And its members protected defendant Diddy, therefore allowing defendant Diddy to continue with sordid and egregious sexual abuse practices, intimidated witnesses and victims from reporting defendant Diddy's crimes, and interfered with investigations concerning his abuse. They're trying to say that the show, and they put the show right here at the bottom, y'all. They're saying the name of the show is Sneaking In with Drewski, announced by defendant Diddy in 2021. So this person is alleging that because they're saying that because Drewski went along allegedly, they're alleging that Drewski went along with this situation with Diddy, that Diddy gave him a TV show called Sneaking In with Drewski, and it was announced by Diddy in 2021. That's what they're saying.
Shut the fuck up. It's right
and
here.
right here, you see that I outlined it at the bottom of page 51. Right?
That's where I came back from right now to see this. That's crazy. Damn, Diener, you're right. It is.
Let me see what else it says, bro. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, man.
It says plaintiffs have been injured in their person by reason of these RICO violations. It says by reason and as a result of defendant's conduct and furtherance of the Diddy abuse enterprise and resulting RICO violations, the plaintiffs have been injured in their person as detailed above. The plaintiffs have suffered direct and severe damage to their professional and personal well-being as a result of the assault and harassment perpetuated by and allowed by defendants. It says defendant Diddy's assault and defendants' RICO violations have caused plaintiffs to suffer from emotional distress, including developing an eating disorder, extreme weight loss, causing several hospitalizations, as well as extensive need for therapy.
They're probably like, bro, is this life even?
Man, bro.
I don't know what the fuck to believe anymore. With all that, bro. Poor plaintiffs. Let's be real.
Man, this thing goes on. It's got 30 more pages to this thing. God, dog. The hell? It says second cause of action, violation of Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, Conspiracy 18, USC.
God damn, 30 more pages, bro. I can't do it. I can't do 30 more pages, bro.
Let me see what else it's saying.
I care about people, bro. That shit hurts my heart. I had to fucking fast forward like 20 pages.
Hold on, you guys. Third case of action, sexual battery. And this name's, it says
ODELL,
plaintiffs against.
It says Diddy, Shane, ODELL, Drusky. Come on.
Defendants Diddy, Shane, ODELL, Drusky, and Valdez.
That's crazy.
Number 351 says defendants committed acts with the intent to cause a harmful or offensive contact with an intimate part of plaintiff.
What make you even want to be sexual when that, like, come on, why?
The sexually offensive.
To be, like, what makes your brain see? Okay, this shows me that money and power and everything they say about money and power is like the evils of it. If you evil already, and then you're allowed money and power, you're gonna tell me if this is right, Dean, too. If you got or Donna, excuse me, you told me your name is Donna, but I like to call it Diener. Money and power is literally just a tool, or it's gonna mirror who you are inside. So maybe that's what, like, maybe these guys are like really just fucking like dark, or they developed it, like, when I don't know. It's just kind of crazy because how can you be one side and then be the other like two different whole people. That shit trips me out. You feel so? I don't know. Let's have to keep going.
An unwanted contact with the plaintiff directly resulted from defendant's said acts. It said the defendant Diddy exploited his position of authority to intimidate, overwhelm, and subdue plaintiffs with the assistance of defendant Shane, KK, Odell, Brandy, and Druski. Objections to this conduct will be met with retaliation.
Wait. Objection. Okay, hold on. Defendant Diddy exploited his position of authority to intimidate, overwhelm, and subdue plaintiffs with the assistance of defendants Shane, KK, Odell, Brandy, and Druski. Objections to his conduct would be met. Oh, okay, so Diddy said that to them. I got you. All the people that took place in it. Defendant Diddy abused his position of power and authority over plaintiff Perham, who was in no position to reject his SA due to her being physically outnumbered. See, and that's enough, man. These women are scared of men. You get what I'm saying? Like, because of this type of shit. Like, bro, unable to vacate the premises because she was drugged and having her clothes, purse, cell phone, and keys. Like, come on, cuz. That's the thing. All these girls want to be around Hollywood and be around, oh, we're going to Diddy now. We're going to whoever. Man, you better stop. You might not ever come out of there, dummy. I don't like that. You know what I mean? We need strong individual women. You know what I'm saying? That's doing something with that. Don't worry about that, bro. That's like that Drake type of fucking energy. You feel me? Like, that's that fucking party all day, party all night. Nah, man, go create something for your future, man, for your people. That's it. My bad. That was me. That was on me. You know what I mean? It has to be said sometimes, but you know, and these people prey on those women. That's why, like, because they're out there, like. But if you cut all those women out there, these people don't have nothing to prey on, like. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
This is crazy, man. It says right here at 356, defendants Diddy, Shane, Odell, and Druski's battery on plaintiff caused physical injury, severe mental and emotional distress, pain and suffering, mental anguish, and loss of enjoyment of life.
For sure.
Damn, they putting that on Odell and on Druski too?
Well, if they did it, then yeah. I mean, that's something that happens from all that. Bro.
Damn.
That's sad.
Boy, you know they lawyers going to be going crazy
there's
tonight.
Still 30 more pages. He's scrolling, but there's 30 more pages. That's crazy.
I know they lawyers going to be going crazy about this.
Well, I don't know, but that's...
Their lawyers are going to be going crazy about this, man.
I just hope. I hope.
It says, fifth cause of actual sexual harassment. Plaintiff Perham against defendants Diddy, Shane, Odell, and Druski.
Shout out Donna Diener, baby. That's our chat moderator right now. We appreciate her so much. She's been holding us down for at least an hour, maybe longer. A couple hours. I'll give you that.
Oh. Six calls action of battery against all the defendants. It says.
Jesus Christ. Donna, how did you sit through all this with Tick? You are so strong. You're one of the strong women. It's got to be or something, because I had to fast forward like pages. I could not even read. Like, he kept saying R word at this. I'm like, oh man, this is sad. It's like really, really unfortunate, bro. This is the guy that wrote. Oh no, he's giving a thing. So one of the people from Tickets, okay, somebody in Tickets chat put in the comments, go check out War and Peace. So I went and Googled War and Peace, and this guy's, it's a book. I don't know how it ties into this whole case, right? But I was going to figure out if I could, tie them in together. And I guess, yeah, after this, we'll look into War and Peace and how that ties into what's going on here. Somebody said Google it and look it up. And so, yeah, that's what and then they were in the comments for tickets. So, yeah, we'll do that after this. But, man, I appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribe. It's Hip Hop Heist, man. We talking about the news, not the olds. And we're going to keep it rocking, man. Be happy, man. Do what you got to do out here. Like.
It says right here, 377, defendants intended to commit and committed acts of unwanted contact with the plaintiffs. Defendants Diddy, Shane, Odell, and Druski committed unwanted contact with plaintiff Parham in a harmful and offensive manner, including but not limited to by inflicting sexual abuse against the plaintiff. Oh, man. It says 380. It says defendants Pelleter, Gonzalez, Valdez, Helena, and Jaguar committed unwanted contact with plaintiff Doe's in a harmful and offensive manner, including but not limited to inflicting severe physical abuse against the plaintiff. They're trying to accuse Jaguar of severe physical abuse against these this Jane Doe and John Doe. This, I think it was what they said, mother and a son.
Interesting. Because Jag's talking about
this is crazy, people. Bro. I ain't never seen nothing like this ever before in my life.
They're saying that Jag is with all these people she's talking about. And it's
crazy, bro. I've never seen anything like this, bro.
My mind is still processing.
It says 7th cause of action assault.
Thank you, Don.
Damn.
Donna Diener. Appreciate you so much. We'll be back on tomorrow night. Hopefully on some lighter news, but appreciate you so much. Everybody go follow Donna Diener. And that's where we at, man.
What the fuck?
It's a lot. Look at that. He's like, for Tick not to want to, and I know
it says 9th cause of action.
For him not to want read, like for him to scroll through some shit, it's a lot on him. Like he has to read all this. Think about that, man. So should even pray for Tick TV, man. That's our bro, and you know what I mean. It's a lot. It's a lot of crazy vibe in these words right here.
Negligent failure to warn. Plaintiffs against defendants Shane, KK, Pelleter, Gonzalez, Valdez, Odell, Druski, Jaguar, Helena, Brandy, and the Does.
Damn.
It says that the defendant's conduct created a risk of physical or emotional harm to the plaintiffs.
Damn.
Defendants knew and had reason to know that the plaintiffs Parham and John Doe were at risk of sexual assault and abuse by defendant Diddy. It goes on to say that despite the knowledge of the danger and participation in the Diddy sexual abuse and cover-up enterprise, defendants did not alert plaintiffs of the risk of sexual assault, harassment, kidnapping, physical assault, all wording or other attacks by defendant Diddy. In fact, defendants facilitated and assisted defendant Diddy in his illegal deviant activity.
Who can you believe if the ones that are shouting, the ones that are speaking out against these other darker individuals, in a sense of like if Jaguar is speaking about Diddy, but if Jaguar has something to do, like that just it fucks with my brain a little bit. Like, then who the fuck do we look like? Come on, man. So you have to read between the lines, but processing this information is you have to just, pray about it and figure it out. Like in the coming days, it'll all come out. Like, you know what I mean? So you just have to trust, man. Trust in the process. Trust in yourself, your own intuition.
And despicable behavior.
It's crazy, bro. It's dark. I don't like this shit.
This is crazy, bro.
It's a lot.
We're only on page 63, y'all. I gotta get through this, man.
All right. Appreciate your ticket, for real.
That one is against Diddy.
We're gonna have to get ticket on.
Talks about Druski and them again, Odell and them again. It says that defendant Diddy, 413 says defendant Diddy knew or should have known that defendants Odell and Drusky had previously engaged and was continuing to engage in unlawful sexual conduct for his own personal sexual gratification. It says defendant Diddy knew or should have known that it was foreseeable that defendants Odell and Drusky was engaging or would engage in illicit sexual activities with the plaintiff under the cloak of the authority, confidence and trust bestowed upon him through defendant Diddy. This is crazy. It says at no time during the alleged period did defendant Diddy have in place a reasonable system or procedure to investigate, supervise, or monitor defendants Odell and Drusky to prevent sexual and verbal abuse, sexual assault, nor did he implement a system or procedure to oversee or monitor conduct towards individuals they encountered. It said defendant Diddy conspired to and did breach his duties of care owed to the plaintiff, including by turning a blind eye and encouraging known abuses by defendants Odell and Drusky in the known dangerous conditions of Diddy sexual enterprise, and by continuing to expose individuals like plaintiffs Parham and John Doe to these dangers for decades. Even though defendant Diddy knew or should have known of these sexually illicit activities by himself and defendants Odell and Drusky, he failed to use reasonable care in supervising defendants Odell and Drusky and did nothing to reasonably investigate, supervise, or monitor defendants Odell and Drusky to ensure the safety of the individuals they encountered. Wow. Defendant Diddy, negligence in supervising and or retaining defendants Odell and Drusky was a substantial factor in causing harm to the plaintiff.
Damn.
This is crazy.
It's a lot, bro. This is a lot.
Man, bro. 11th action of cause, intentional infliction of emotional distress. And it goes against all of the defendants, is what she's accusing this one of. Negligence, infliction of emotional distress against all the defendants she's accusing this of. 13th cause of action, unjust enrichment. Plaintiffs against defendants Shane, KK, Pelletier, Valdez, Brandy, Drusky, Helena, Odell, Big Homie, CC, Jaguar, and Doze, is what she's saying in that one. Unbelievable, man. It says defendants Pelletier, Valdez, KK, Brandy, Helena, Jaguar, and Doze received revenue in the form of cash payment for their involvement in the plaintiff Doze assault, battery, false imprisonment in his role in the Diddy sexual abuse and cover-up enterprise. So they're trying to say the they're trying to say you involved in the enterprise.
That's crazy.
Is what this girl is accusing. And these other two Jane Does in this lawsuit. There's 3 people that's in this lawsuit that's suing. And they're alleging that Jaguar Wright received cash payments.
Damn. Come on.
For her involvement in the assault, battery, false imprisonment, and role of the Diddy sexual abuse and cover-up enterprise. That's what they're accusing.
So who you believe? Who can you believe
these people that's in this lawsuit.
Who can you believe if Jaguar is part of it, bro?
Like I said, I advise all them people to get legal counsel.
Have to take it for real.
Because these type of allegations they trying to put on people, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
No, this will put you. This is going.
It says action of aiding and abetting against all the defendants.
Oh shit! I just dropped my cheese. No.
Let me see. I'm trying to get through this, man.
This is real, y'all. They just put like a damper, because obviously we know shit is creep, but damn,
tired as hell, man. It's at 451. It says here plaintiffs were sexually assaulted by defendants Diddy, Shane, Odell, Drusky, Valdez, and Doe at defendant Shane's residence. Plaintiff was legally on the premises as a guest and invitee of defendant Shane. Defendant Shane, through renting the premises, had dominion and control over the premises where the plaintiff was harmed. Defendant Diddy had dominion and control over the actions of defendant Shane, Odell, Drusky, Doe, and failed to step in and stop them from sexually assaulting plaintiff parent. It says, as the owner of the property, defendant Shane had a duty to protect from the harm she suffered at the hands of defendants Diddy, ODELL, DRUSKI, Doe, and breached this duty when he failed to stop them from sexually assaulting the plaintiff Karam. In furtherance of this breach, defendant Shane encouraged defendant Diddy, ODELL, DRUSKI, and Doe to continue.
Oh, wait, okay. Tashia says, Jag says in previous interviews that she used to drive the girls to Diddy. She put her own self there. What in the world is going on? She said she used to drive the girls to Diddy. Yeah, she put herself right in that fucking picture. Oh man. So if she had part to that would make sense if she had parts to do with it. So she's, oh man, that's crazy. That kind of, in my mind, it makes me think like, okay, well, that's maybe not only what you did. You didn't only drive the women there.
Continue their assault on the plaintiff.
Oh.
Plaintiff has suffered immensely because defendant Shane's intentional breach to his duty. And they're just naming all these people, man.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all watching, man. This Hip Hop Heist, we talking about the news, not the olds. Man, hit that like and subscribe. We're going to finish this out. Probably got another 30 minutes. And then, yeah, man, if y'all want to help out the channel, man, send a 99-cent super sticker. That shit goes a long way for us on our channel. So we could give y'all this content, man. Hip Hop Heist, we here. We love y'all. Like and subscribe. We back.
You guys, I'm about to tap out, man.
Oh, Tick, bro. Tick can't even fit. Like, he's like, this is too much. We shout out. Go follow Ticket TV, bro. That's the bro. And for him to read all this, we just are grateful that, you know, we pray that none of this, you know what I mean? It's a lot of this dark vibration in all of these words. So I hope, you know, we pray that all this shit just stays here and whoever's guilty gets guilty, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? But go follow Ticket TV, follow Hip Hop Heist, and we're gonna keep it rocking until Tick gets off.
Tap out, man. I'm tired as hell, man. They're trying to put these people in on the enterprise. They're trying to say that these people were involved in Diddy's enterprise. I'm pretty sure all these people are going to have something to say about these allegations.
Yeah, it's about to be
I'm pretty
popping.
sure, man. They're including all these people and accusing all of them of sex trafficking, aiding, abetting, 16th cause of action, aiding, abetting, inducing a sex trafficking venture in violation of Trafficking Victims Protection Act. They're putting this in here too. And they're naming, they're trying to put all these people in this, man. Y'all see this right here, bro. They're accusing all of these people in the enterprise, man. Like I said before, you know, they all innocent unless proven guilty in any court of law.
Still got
these are
11 pages to go, and he's been scrolling for a minute already. Like, this is a lot
allegation
of information, bro.
It's from one side, so you have not heard the other side in this situation. I'm pretty sure. You know, these other people will have something to say, but I advise them to get legal counsel before they say anything. Yeah, in this type of situation, man, because this person's naming all these people, these are big time people. Odell Beckham Jr. is a big time NFL superstar.
That's crazy.
Everybody knows Drewski as an internet personality. You know what I'm saying? Big homie.
Bro, we was just watching Drewski at the studio. We were watching The Could Have Been Love, and it was like, honestly, it was demeaning a lot. I noticed that because the could have been auditions were cool. I mean, you know, he talked shit to everybody, but I don't know. The Could Have Been Love was it was a lot. I was like, man, just seemed like, I don't know. Hollywood capitalizes off of, like, you know, people with mental health. You get what I'm saying? And so I just seen that a lot on these shows. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Bro.
Speak out against the foolishness. Jaguar, we already know she be around all the time.
Right.
So again, man, like I said, man.
Damn.
It's all there. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm gonna tap out, man. I'm about to pass out right now. I'm so damn tired, bro.
Thank you too.
I'll holler at y'all in a little while, man. I gotta get some sleep, man.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Like, share, subscribe, man. Salute to everybody that tapped in. Appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, you know, hey, man, bro,
Thank you,
only
Ted.
God can save us, man. And I hope and pray that none of these allegations are true against none of these people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it's real talk. It's people in there that I like.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No, we
straight up.
We trust it.
You know, you know, I ain't gonna. Y'all know I ain't gonna front though, man.
Nope.
I had to say it, but y'all, man, I'm gone, man. I'm sorry to bother y'all this late at night, man. I'm out, man. I gotta go to sleep.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Ted.
All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in.
Okay, so yeah, go buy Tick's merch too. Oh, Ticket TV, man. That's our brother. That was a lot, man. What y'all think, man? That's just a lot to process, bro. Should I just start Googling it? Cause I mean, we could get to okay. So the homie in the comments said after you watch that, go look up how they break down War and Peace, which I guess is a book, a novel. So we're gonna break that down too. You know what? This is a little bit, because this one's like an hour. I don't know if I could even handle an hour right now. Let's break down this 5 minutes. Somehow this novel ties into that, what we just watched, what Ticket was breaking down. So I want to figure out if that person in the comments was, looks like it's a TED Talk. It says why you should read Tolstoy's War and Peace.
War and Peace. A tome. A slog. The sort of book you shouldn't read in bed because if you fall asleep, it could give you a concussion, right? Only partly. War and Peace is a long book, sure, but it's also a thrilling examination of history, populated with some of the deepest, most realistic characters you'll find anywhere. And if its length intimidates you, just imagine how poor Tolstoy felt. In 1863, he set out to write a short novel about a political dissident returning from exile in Siberia. 5 years later, he had produced a 1,200-page epic featuring love stories, battlefields, bankruptcies, firing squads, religious visions, the burning of Moscow, and a semi-domesticated bear. But no exile and no political dissidents. Here's how it happened. Tolstoy, a volcanic soul, was born to a famously eccentric aristocratic family in 1828. By the time he was 30, he had already dropped out of Kazan University, gambled away the family fortune, joined the army, written memoirs, and rejected the literary establishment to travel Europe. He then settled into Yasnaya Polyana, his ancestral mansion, to write about the return of the Decembrists, a band of well-born revolutionaries pardoned in 1856 after 30 years in exile. But, Tolstoy thought, how could he tell the story of the Decembrists' return from exile without telling the story of 1825, when they revolted against the conservative Tsar Nicholas II? And how could he do that without telling the story of 1812, when Napoleon's disastrous invasion of Russia helped trigger the authoritarianism the Decembrists were rebelling against? And how could he tell the story of 1812 without talking about 1805, when the Russians first learned of the threat Napoleon posed after their defeat at the Battle of Austerlitz? So Tolstoy began writing, both about the big events of history and the small lives that inhabit those events. He focused on aristocrats, the class he knew best. The book only occasionally touches on the lives of the vast majority of the Russian population, who were peasants or even serfs, farmers bound to serve the owners of the land on which they lived.
Okay, how I can apply this to what Ticket was reading us. That part is, well, first off, history is only written by the famous ones or the rich ones or the ones that are in the or in those circles, like, you know, because we do know that there's other civilizations that weren't spoken about, but, you know, the Bible's only written about this, right? But there's 66 books in the Bible. There was like over 400 or some shit. It was a lot. I can't remember the number, but there was so many. And then not in one of those books did a woman write about anything. Like, you don't think there was a valuable woman at that time? Like, but history's written about by the people that are in power. You get what I'm saying? So whether Jaguar is in on it or not, she she sat there and told us that she took, like even Tasha said, she put herself there, like she drove the girls to there, right? So she wanted to tell that story. But if there's more history to that story, like she's not telling you everything, and that is, it's manipulative, man. And that's why I think Ticket was like, you have to hear the other side of the story too, like hear their version. There's the plaintiff and then the defendant's story, and then there's the truth, and maybe a little bit are telling a little bit of the truth, a little bit. Both sides are telling a little bit of the truth, but maybe both sides aren't telling any of the truth, and then maybe one side is telling the truth. You know what I mean? So there's so much to process. I don't know why I do this shit, bro. It's just so much to process.
War and Peace opens on the eve of war between France and Russia. Aristocrats at a cocktail party fret about the looming violence, but then change the topic to those things aristocrats always seem to care about: money, sex, and death. This first scene is indicative of the way the book bounces between the political and personal over an ever-widening canvas.
Oh, for real, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if old girl is honest, man, this is the darkest. Like, how could we ever even believe anybody we see on TV anymore? Because it is all just a fucking act. Like, Impasse Rhapsody, we appreciate you, man. It's like we listen here, and we listen to Jaguar all the time. So you could go back in the channel, like we fuck with Jag. Like, you know, we fuck with some celebrities too, but it's just like, what is going on? What is going? Who can you believe? Who do you believe? Well, that's where God comes in. Like, what's your intuition? Like, you know, in your heart. You know what I mean? So, I think time and patience, right? Goes back to time and patience. Truth will set you free. Don't get caught up in distraction, right? So that's a big deal. Or at least see past our own trauma, right? We got to see past our own trauma and try to see every angle to the situation, right? There's 360 degrees in every circle. If the situation is in the middle of the circle, you have 360 angles to see this situation. So
there are no main characters in War and Peace. Instead, readers enter a vast interlocking web of relationships and questions. Will the hapless and illegitimate son of a count marry a beautiful but conniving princess? Will his only friend survive the battlefields of Austria? And what about that nice young girl falling in love with both men at once? Real historical figures mix and mingle with all these fictional folk. Napoleon appears several times, and even one of Tolstoy's ancestors plays a background part. But while the characters and their psychologies are gripping, Tolstoy is not afraid to interrupt the narrative to pose insightful questions about history. Why do wars start? What are good battlefield tactics? Do nations rise and fall on the actions of so-called great men like Napoleon? Or are there larger cultural and economic forces at play? These extended digressions are part of what make War and Peace so panoramic in scope. But for some 19th century critics, this meant War and Peace barely felt like a novel at all. It was a large, loose, baggy monster, in the words of Henry James. Tolstoy, in fact, agreed. To him, novels were a Western European form. Russian writers had to write differently, because Russian people lived differently. What is War and Peace, he asked. It is not a novel, still less an epic poem, still less a historical chronicle. War and Peace is what the author wanted and was able to express, in the form in which it was expressed. It is, in other words, the sum total of Tolstoy's imaginative powers and nothing less. By the time War and Peace ends, Tolstoy has brought his characters to the year 1820, 36 years before the events he originally hoped to write about. In trying to understand his own times, he had become immersed in the years piled up behind him. The result is a grand interrogation into history, culture, philosophy, psychology, and the human response to war.
I get it. You gotta go back. You You got to go back. Everything is a catalyst for the next thing. So just because this thing happened, what happened? What made that happen? Oh, that's deep. Tolstoy had some. Man. That's somebody I'm gonna look up for sure. Let's see. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all still with me? This hip hop heist, man. We appreciate y'all. Look, Kevin Hart talks, Lil Kev, advice to Drewski and Kai Cenat. Interesting, bro. Hell yeah, what should we look up, man? Talk to me. Oh shit, got my phone. Oh shit, Live Jags live. Let's go to her. Let's see what she's talking about. I wonder if she speaks about what we just read about her. Let's see. Ain't that like and subscribe? We appreciate y'all, man.
Mother of Neo Soul. And the true driving factor behind what makes. I know God. God loves me. He has forgiven me for all of my sins, and I have repented. Hear that, Lenny? You hear that, Lenny? And as for every other disloyal YouTuber that tried to work with people, these demon people against me, you about to suffer. Every platform that ever tried to silently line me up, you're going to find yourself with your own legal troubles. See, because when you let the devil down and you don't achieve what he expects.
She sounds dark right here. She might have watched our live. What y'all think? Hey. Relax.
He turns on you.
Relax.
Ain't that funny?
But if you say you drove,
God.
She said she drove him to Diddy's house, bro. What else you didn't tell us?
The one true living God, when you let him down, he just gives you another chance. But when these fallen people, these people removed from God, when you let them down, they make sure you never forget it. All of you YouTubers should be thinking about that. Really. You should. All of you YouTubers who use me, malign me, played in my face, lied to me, deceived me, cheated me, robbed me on behalf of the Carters. Y'all about to be sorry. Because all of you have failed. Y'all had one job to do. Trap me. Get me to say something that they could use against me. Y'all, that was y'all job. That was what y'all supposed to do, and you failed.
I just seen that.
Y'all been sitting here on this app for 5 years trying to trick me into getting myself sued for something.
I only been on, my channel's been here for 2 years. You ain't talking about that. Although Jack's been on our channel.
Y'all done a lot. Y'all done the most. Done a lot more than I would have done.
It's scary when
these disrespect.
When it comes back on you, like, and you the one that's been spokesperson for everybody against these people, like, you got, you know, there is 3 sides. Yours, there's the truth, right? We're gonna
anti-God weirdos like you.
I hope she right, man. Fuck with Jack.
I guess y'all really bought into that whole Jehovah thing. Poor y'all. Poor y'all. I tell you what I know. Y'all made y'all choice. I made mine. I tried to bring God to you. Y'all decided y'all
better not quit.
Y'all decided that y'all just wanted to, you know, go run with the devil. Oh, sister wife too is in here. Yeah, we don't do weirdos. You're not welcome here.
Yo, Jack is fucking hilarious, guy.
Period.
Sister, what is sister wife? I'm done.
What y'all tried to play?
Yo, Jack.
With Maggie? Not cool.
She's speaking up real right now.
Oh, yeah, you in here with her? You can go too.
Yeah, she's not. She don't like y'all.
Yeah, I don't play about people that I support and truly care about. Once again, y'all believe what y'all want to believe. Whatever I'm having for breakfast, it's going to be good. But y'all do yourselves a favor. When God tells you something, listen. Listen the first time.
Like and subscribe, man.
Listen.
Appreciate y'all. We in it right now, guys. We in it really real time.
Yeah, God has always been bigger than any of my problems. And I'll let him handle it.
Like and subscribe, man. Appreciate it.
It's just that simple.
That's crazy.
I ain't worried about no weirdo lawsuits. I'm not worried about no lies. And I'm definitely not worried about anything that has Diddy's name attached to it. I already told people I always knew Diddy was the devil. Who I didn't know was the devil was Jay-Z. Until later. And when I found that out, I got the hell away from his goof ass too. You know? That just was real.
She knows.
That's all.
She's responding to the allegations. This is the response right here. Holy shit, man.
I tell you one thing. Since people want to talk about Odell.
Oh shit, this is live, y'all. We in it.
Nobody really thinks about what he's had to go through. All because he loved me. Just like all the things that befell me when he came into my life because I fell in love with him. Yeah. You got to ask yourself, why people are so opposed to a black man and a black woman falling in love and coming together.
Nothing wrong with that.
Why are black relationships, real black relationships, not the fake ones, why are people always attacking them? Maybe it's just because there's an agenda against the black family. Maybe people see the power in what a real black man and a black woman can create, what they can do. You know, we're all supposed to be degenerates and not valuable people, right? We're all supposed to be undercover gay, fake relationship, you know, whatever. Why does everybody hate the black family so much? Government institutions set up to create programs, to create circumstances, to put people in bad places so they choose what the government wants over what God wants, and what God wants is family. He wants God-fearing families. You know? Y'all should stop trying to work on our relationship. We are committed and we are aligned in God's purpose. He is the head of my household. I trust him. And I am his greatest supporter and defender. Because that's what a wife is supposed to be for her husband. Are we married on paper? Absolutely not. Not yet. But that man is my husband. He's the husband that God chose. I believe in dressing for the job I want. If you want a job, then you got to work and prove that you're capable of doing the job. See, that's my job. My job is to be his wife, his supporter, his defender, his caregiver. I'm more of a wife than he's ever had. And he's definitely more of a husband than I've ever had. And together, we have made a pact to honor God's principle and to share with the world what God has in store for people who align with his principle. I know. He got to sleep sometime as much as he work. Cruelty-free artistry.
Oh shit, what's going on?
The Jaguar Wright Show and the music. That's our mission.
Is that Odell Beckham sleeping?
Because I slept a little earlier. I had a feeling I needed to be up during the witching hours tonight. I had a feeling they were going to try to pull a stunt after me, Paperwork, and Gene last night.
Yeah.
I'm about to join him. He fell asleep reviewing the new lawsuit that I was included in. He's listening to Ticket.
Oh shit.
Trying to figure it out. Honey? Oh, no, baby, you were just falling asleep. Did it get to me yet?
No.
Not yet. That's how long it's taken?
It was a long stream. Let's be real. Was that Odell Beckham just sitting up? What's going on?
I'm really not interested, honestly, in looking at any of the paperwork because I know it's all bullshit. I know it's all lies. Joshua, I don't know if you still alive, but if you up there, get ready for your doom. I done found some old friends of yours from school, I believe. Can't wait to interview them. You know, you always so busy being in everybody else's business. I think it's finally time. People know about yours.
Oh, she calling him out.
All about Rodney and Barbara's failure.
What the hell is that? What'd you say?
I'm going to make sure your mama cries wherever she is. I'm going to make sure she cry
She's nuts.
in the afterlife, ho.
They must have came at her.
I'm about to make sure you are so embarrassed that your parents will be ashamed that they spawn you into this world in their death. That's about how real this is about to get for you, Josh Ray.
In the lawyer world, though, she can't say that.
Take your weird PowerPoints and all of your fake, conjured up, doctored receipts.
Because if he come up missing now, it's on her. Come on.
Hold them close to you.
Yeah, be careful.
There's absolutely no way after we've been here this amount of time that there shouldn't be at least 500 likes. I guess that means it's time for me to shut down now and make this members only on the largest membership tier that we have. This message is for those who want to hear, not for those who don't want to see. You should have fell back, Josh Ray. Now I gotta go make your dead mama cry.
Damn, she showed violence today.
And as far as grace is concerned, Josh Ray, unlike your fake AI and all of those weirdo witches that you hang with.
Damn, Jag chose violence today. Hey, but if they're really talking ish, then I mean, she ain't wrong.
Match for grace.
But she needs lawyers for this shit. You know?
I thought it was cute. You not gonna cam up until Grace cams up? Okay. I'm really sick and tired of I know you are, but what am I routine? Because that's what I said to you, Robot. I said as long as you got to stay anonymous, so does Grace. So now you want to come back. Well, if Grace don't cam up, I don't care. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make sure you cam up, Josh, right?
But we're breaking her words down.
We're gonna make sure.
It's like a little reaction.
Yep. I'm done.
Absolutely.
I'm done. I'm done sitting here playing.
That's crazy, man. Odell's
I'm about to destroy every last one of you YouTubers, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna make fun. But since real life wants to keep playing games with my life,
people are coming after
I'm gonna show them what real life looks like.
So she's like, I'm gonna come back and down.
Jonathan,
Oh, yeah.
mad guy. You got 24 hours to tell me the truth about everything.
I'm dead. Jag is fucking.
Or I'm gonna make sure
Yeah, she said.
that my revenge is public. Because I don't take kindly to betrayers. I don't. People that betray me. I'm sorry. Things just never turn out right for them.
God, she's chosen one.
If anybody owes me an apology over there at real life, it's Jonathan.
Wait, is that?
So Jonathan.
Is that who you talking about, Ash? Is that who she's talking to? The OIF, what is that? Is that the real life?
I want an apology. It doesn't have to be public. You can call me. You have my number.
You talking about the blue couch people?
You can call me and you can apologize to me. And you can tell me the truth about everything.
Jonathan, it is him.
Or do I need to tell people how when I came to Dallas the first time before me and Odell came back together,
Whoa.
that it was you
Thank you, Ash.
that gave Gerald Hoskin Johnson my location so he could dox it online and people could come and chase me down.
The Blue Couch, yeah, bro.
Because that happened.
They sound like nerds over there, for real. But that's funny as hell.
I came to Dallas to do the infamous Return of Jaguar Wright videos in the truth suit before I got my hair braided when Gene came and I got arrested. You knew
we in it live
that
right
Gerald
now.
Hoskin Johnson meant me no good. You knew that.
I don't know. I just go by the
And
name.
you told him where I was staying so
Voice.
he could run back and tell the official King Primate and all of them where I was so that they could dox my location while I was in Dallas, which is why I moved.
Wait.
And didn't I tell you where
Okay, hold on. I fucked up. My bad.
I was going? What I thought interesting, though, Jonathan, was that you said to me when I told you that he doxed it, oh, I can't believe he would do that. I only told him where you were so that the two of you could work through your issues together. You're a fucking liar. You knew exactly who that boy was working with. You knew exactly what he was doing. And you knew what you was doing when you gave him my location, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's only one of the fucked up things you've done to me.
That's the one. If you do that, you're done.
Joker.
Oh, yeah. Dallas, Fort Worth. She's definitely talking about that. With this Lord, I don't know what's going on.
You knew.
Are we in it?
Gerald doesn't hate me.
Who's Gerald?
His mama does. And Gerald does whatever his mama tell him to do. Because his mama is a book fixer. And she launders dirty money for the cartel through that church.
New moderator right now. Go follow her.
He'd do anything for his mama. That's his first true love. That's the first woman that showed him the love of a woman. I guess everybody's forgetting that my second husband is a victim of incest.
Jesus.
I guess everyone is forgetting that when I called out his incestual relationship with his mother, Charlotte Wright Johnson, that he did not deny it. He never denied it. Just like he also didn't deny that his mother was in an incestual relationship with her mother's brother, his great uncle, who Gerald looks exactly like.
They're all family. They're all born.
He's spawned of incest. These people are the definition of steer and queer. By Texas standards.
Come on. She's crazy, bro. She's nuts for that.
Like, that's what we talking about.
Yo, come on, Jack.
I expose their family for being the degenerates that they are.
Yeah, that's gross.
Also involved in law enforcement. His brother's a sheriff. I still don't know how he was allowed to become an officer when that nigga can't even breathe. His asthma is so bad, if he actually had to try to apprehend someone, he probably end up dying in the process. He's so unhealthy.
Yeah.
The Johnson family are a bunch of weirdos. From Gerald Hoskin Johnson Sr. to the mother, Charlotte Wright Johnson, to the children, Sunday, Charles, Gerald, they're like the incest version of the Clumps.
Damn, that's crazy.
And very heavily involved in the Kojic church.
Yo, come on, Jack.
That's why Gerald hates me so much. And Joker over there in real life knew all about it. He knew about the abuse. Y'all should really go back and look at those videos that they did while I was in the hospital, and they were interviewing Gerald while I was in the hospital, and they were sitting there allowing him to create alibis and tell lies about his military record, about me, about the abuse, and he actually even admitted abusing me. He admitted to abusing our dog.
Gerald? Who's Gerald? Y'all help me out, man.
You owe me an apology, Jonathan. If anybody at Real Life owes me an apology, it's you. Y'all coddled that little freak, and y'all were working him when you knew he was working against me. The simple fact that y'all left all of that stuff up there only goes to prove that, look, whatever. But Jonathan, yeah, I know y'all saw him hit me on a video too, but don't nobody talk about that. Don't nobody talk about watching that man abuse me on camera while everybody's still sitting there trying to pretend like he's a good guy and I'm the bad person. How we ain't at 500 likes yet?
Wait, I want to know what she talking about.
Everybody in Real Life knew that nigga was putting his hands on me.
Ooh, Jaguar.
And guess what? They gave him cookies, and they gave him swag and t-shirts, and they hosted him and that goofy bitch, that whore, Nikki. Yeah. And I have no doubt in my mind that everybody knew
Gerald Levert.
What Orlando Brown was trying to do to get a rise out of me. Which is why I showed no outrage. Because I knew that everybody knew what was going on except for me and Odell. Which is why I did not encourage Odell to go after Orlando, because I knew what they was trying to do. Yes, they betrayed me. Real Life street stars betrayed Jaguar Wright on more than one occasion, and I've kept it to myself. But if anybody really owes me an apology, it's Jonathan. It's Joker. You got 24 hours to give me that apology, and with that apology, I want the truth.
So let's do Jag.
If I don't get that in 24 hours, the Jaguar Wright Show will begin our full investigation and exposure of the Real Life Street Stars platform. It is damaging. The things that we have and the things that we know and the evidence that I have collected and kept.
Jonathan, hey, got you. Yes.
Because I got it all.
Oh, she's going in on Cuz. Oh, it's over.
Y'all don't want to pay me what I'm worth? I'll just make it telling the truth about you.
Fake relationship.
Now, y'all can avoid some of this.
We here for it.
But it's going to require Jonathan giving me an apology in the next 24 hours, privately. And I want the truth about everything.
Truth.
How many times could Real Life have struck all of these weirdo channels? Honey, did it get there yet?
No.
She fucking with him. She keeps asking him that same question.
Honey, why does nobody ask why Real Life has never struck any of these liars that use their content to defame and slander me? Why have they never struck anybody? If they really support me, and if they really support my words, and they really support my agenda, why would they not strike people for making money off of their content, slandering the content.
That's why she's mad at them.
Or maybe what needs to happen is maybe I should just ask for an official boycott, because the truth is the only reason anybody really knows real life street stars anyway is because of my content. Maybe what I really should say is,
Yeah, but you can't be mad at
Auntie
them,
Leah, I think that's a good idea.
right? Like,
Maybe I should just ask that anybody who truly supports and believes in me to just unsubscribe.
no, it don't work like that. That's the whole shit about the internet too.
And subscribe to the Jaguar Wright Show.
Yeah, so definitely subscribe to Jag if you fuck with, you know what I mean, Jag, for sure. Most definitely, I believe.
Maybe that's just what needs to happen. Maybe anybody who truly believes in Jaguar Wright should just unsubscribe.
To real life, I get that. You telling your audience to, hey, don't fuck with them.
I don't know, Auntie Leah. That might.
I understand. I mean,
That might be the right.
but it also
Call-
don't mean that they have to. You know what I mean? If they fuck with both, maybe they see one of their favorite artists on real life. But she is right though. I never heard of real life before.
Of action. I don't
Before Jag,
know.
at least.
I don't like to tell people where to sit and where not to sit.
Yeah, definitely most. Honestly, yeah. Don't ever subscribe to shit like this. Bro, I
believe in free.
I subscribe to Alan Watts. I subscribe to, like, you know what I mean, some sad guru clips. Like, I subscribe to shit that's about to, you know what I mean, enhance my aura or my paradigm, elevate my mind. Like, you know what I mean? I definitely love the fucking ignorant shit too. I like to laugh, you feel me? But we don't subscribe to shit that's not elevating.
Speech.
But we find truth. You know, we look for truth. Read between the lines type shit, you know?
But you know, I don't know, Auntie Leah. You might have the right idea. Maybe it's time that real life be held accountable for not really respecting their Jaguar Wright
I
catalog.
think she's just going at them to do it, like to blame somebody.
You would think that they would have been one of the first platforms to acknowledge.
No, dude, everything is. I think. You know,
Oh, and by the way, for anybody who is unsubscribing, I would appreciate it.
This is all.
If you was
you have to take, you know, you have to understand, like, the basis of everything is entertainment first, right? So if you can understand that, then you can remove any kind of fucking, like, real, like, true feeling, you know, attachment to any of this. But yes, there's some truth in this, and we've seen that, right? But there's a lot of distraction and satire in it too. So you have to read between the lines. And ultimately leave it where it is. When you leave your phone in that computer, don't take that shit with you to grandma's dinner or to cousin's birthday. Leave that shit there, man.
share it and let people know why you're unsubscribing. You know? Without the Jaguar Wright content, would real life be a million subscriber platform?
It is crazy.
Without the Jaguar Wright content, would they even be a relevant platform? I mean, their content has made it into real documentaries, all kinds of stuff because of me.
I mean, see.
Real life made it to my small town in Northern Ireland with your content, Jag. People here know all about Hollywood now because of you on that couch.
That's what's up.
I know. And even though I had suspected that they was up to some foolishness, see, I was loyal to that couch. I was loyal to what that couch. Ticket TV is reading court papers out on his show. You're on it for transporting victims, apparently. Yeah. That dog won't hunt. Honey, somebody made it to the part that you didn't get to. I'm listed in
200.
No. But what they had me mentioned for is transporting victims to Diddy parties.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay.
You don't have to listen to no more.
That's bullshit. All right.
Yeah. Somebody just came in here. Thank you for that.
Damn, that's great.
I transported. I want to see the evidence of that. Because the only person that ever said I transported people to Diddy parties was Lamisha Fuller.
Somebody said, oh, God.
Yeah, that's it for transporting collective money where?
Too wild, dude.
Who's that witness?
Yeah.
Lamisha Fuller.
Jagged,
Whose boyfriend is an employee of Yellow Beezy, who allegedly runs a trap house, where they're teleporting pharmaceuticals and little people.
Yeah.
And allegedly he worked for the Diddler and the Jigger Man.
Oh, shit, Yellow Beezy.
Yeah, that dog won't hunt. I don't know why people keep trying to fix me to big homie CC. I barely know the man. I only met him one time.
Exactly. Say that. That's hilarious.
I can't speak for him and he can't speak for me. I don't understand.
Hey, it is what it is.
I want to see this evidence. Because, honey, if I'm correct, being mentioned in this lawsuit for something that I didn't do,
let that man sleep.
that there's no evidence of, that comes from a liar who's been proven to be a liar, correct?
I mean, that's good.
Doesn't that give me a right to countersue for defamation?
Yes, you can countersue. Yep.
Because that's what that does.
You need a lawyer, man.
Me being mentioned in this lawsuit with testimony that came from someone who pretended to be Anna Kane, a real survivor.
So yeah,
that's what they got in that lawsuit.
That's what I'm saying. If she has
yeah, that's defamation of character.
You need defense.
Without a doubt. It's not true. It's sad. But I tell you what, though.
You shouldn't even be on live right now, bro.
I don't know.
You should be off
I'm
live.
starting to like the idea of that. Because these are Diddy's lawyers, right? Yeah.
I guess just, it's part of...
Diddy's lawyers added me. Murad was saying a little while ago that he's so confused as to why your name is in the lawsuit. I would have to agree. It is very confusing.
Excuse me.
I guess it's time for a new couch. Someplace where we can guarantee the truth will be protected.
So someone came at her from real life, probably, that sat on the couch, maybe. Is that it? That's why she's feeling weird.
Okay, Jaguar, I will have to get a top-up. I'm joining paid membership on Jaguar Wright Show, and I unsubscribe from this one when you are ready to shut it down. Okay. Yeah, I think You know, I got my truth seat and that's purple, but maybe we just need a purple couch. That's what they're saying, honey. We should get a purple couch.
Mm-hmm.
Truth needs a new seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a purple couch. True blue. But purple is royalty. And I am the undisputed queen of the heavy hitting truth. I am. It's time for a new couch. Transporting and collecting money. I want to see it. I want to see this evidence. Don't think that's going to be happening. Because it never happened. And the witness is a fake Diddy victim who said that she was gang raped and that Garfield led the charge. And she was saved by mermaids with sharp teeth. Is this not making anyone else laugh? It's making me laugh. It really is.
What is it, a civil lawsuit or like a...
Now, I took people to the freak-offs, but Amber Rose said there was no freak-offs, right? Like, I'm trying to understand. Amber Rose goes on Shay Shay and says that there were no freak-offs. It was nothing like that. It was never like that. But I'm being accused of bringing people to freak-off.
Because you used to say that.
But they said that they never happened. I'm not understanding.
You said there's all kinds of...
Does that make any sense to you, honey? I don't know.
So that, you can't say it. You can't backtrack.
I don't know. There are no freak-offs. The freak-offs never happened. But oh, wow. Wow. Well, I don't know who this sassy person is, but clearly we know what you're all about. You're out of here.
Yo, Jag, she said...
It's the mermaids for you. Girl, it's the mermaid for me.
She said, you're out of here, bud. I'm done with you. You need to order some.
If Lamisha Fuller...
I don't know.
Is y'all...
a lawyer...
All right, we don't do...
No lawyer would be like, yo, there's a lawsuit out. Go online. You feel me?
No moderators, me, get to use caps, not y'all.
She chose violence today.
They skipping over a lot of people. They skipping over a lot of the accomplices. Yeah. You can't get... I'm going to put you in timeout for 24 hours. I'll give you another chance tomorrow. But you in timeout today. Yeah, most people didn't know real life existed until me. And,
Yeah,
it's cool.
I believe that they all seen some shit. They just don't know how to...
24 hours.
It's probably scary to articulate, like, all the shit that they did see. What are they trying to even say? Like, because, yeah, like, now people are pinning her there.
I want a private apology.
People are pinning her there because she said so much shit. Like, how do you know so much shit if you didn't do it with them? And that's what people, I think, that's what's happening right now. Well, when you get people filing a lawsuit on you, you just throw all those people, including her, not only the demons like Diddy, but including people that saw shit in that lawsuit. And that's like, man, that's scary, man, because you could be innocent and still thrown into prison forever. We've seen that before.
And I want the truth about everything.
And she doing that for court. That's for lawyers.
If I don't get that,
I mean, people to retract their system, or retract their words, my bad.
We need 90 more likes to get to 500. Replay gang, I'm sure you'll get us there. I'm going to log off. It's funny. All of these people who need me, all of these people who would be nothing, nobody would know if it wasn't for me. It's just the ingrate, the lack of gratitude for all that I've done for people. I feed your children. I make sure you live in nice neighborhoods. I've helped elevate all of your lives so much. You're so ungrateful. I'm going to be running a fundraiser for my security. After the attempt that was made on my life, and I am calling it that officially and out front. After the attempt that was recently made on my life. Thank you, Alex.
Oh shit, did I press stop? My bad.
24-hour security is imperative for me. I'm going to need to raise money since people don't want to pay me the money that they owe me or pay me the money that they should. If real life ever wants another interview out of me, it's going to be $25,000. Virtual.
She quit. Oh, she went on. Is she on? Yeah, it's on. I got UFC. Let me go back. Yo, y'all still there, man? I don't know what happened. Did she log off? She just said 25,000 for real life to interview her ever again. That's a lot of bread, man. But damn, it's up right now. This is real time, bro. So these is real emotions. Like, she's probably being funny at some points, but like her name is on a lawsuit, bro. That's scary, bro. You know what I mean? I hope none of that shit is true. Let's be real. Okay, maybe I clicked something. My bad, y'all. We back though. Hip Hop Heist live on Jaguar Wright.
And they want to nickel and dime me.
Shout out Tashia, man. Go read the comment. She just put some information. I'm about to look that up for sure. Yeah, Tashia, man. Thanks for the information. Tashia's a new moderator.
Put a 3 in the chat if y'all think real life should pay me $25,000 for one last. No, this isn't a recording. I'm live.
It's you right now.
I'm live. Like I was saying, put a 3 in the chat if y'all think real life should pay me $25,000 for one last interview to keep their word and help me with my legal defense fund, legitimately. Put a 4 in the chat if you think it should be more. Oh, wow. Somebody said $250K. I mean, they have made a lot of money off of me. It should be more than 25. Because that's the only way I'm doing another interview.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's not, you go out to the real world.
If they keep their word first.
Nobody really sees you. I know there might be one person that sees you, and it's a kid that's like, yo, I follow you. I saw you talk about Diddy on YouTube. Like, it ain't like fucking goddamn, there's a whole, you know what I mean? You pull up to the damn Wendy's and you see somebody that know you from YouTube, but it ain't, I want to harm you because I seen you on YouTube. Like, it's really like,
people got Porsches.
Oh, you're right, Ash. That's fucking 100%, bro. Like, you could see it, when you could read energy, like, she wants that bread. Give me that bread. Give me that bread. And I'm not going to put the bread somewhere. It's just for me. I need that bread. You owe me. Like, that's crazy. That's scary energy right there.
People living in private gated lake house communities. Everybody running around, blinged up, diamonds shining.
Blinged up. I'll be right back.
Y'all expect me to believe that Jaguar Wright didn't help purchase any of those things? You think you doing me a favor picking me up in a Porsche that I know I helped pay for? How is that? Offering me an all expenses paid trip to Dallas? Why would I need that? I'm from Dallas. Like, stop offering me shit and just keep your fucking word. Keep your word. Y'all promised, got me into the studio the day after I got out of jail to do interviews. I mean, y'all made a lot of money off of that arrest.
That's true too. She should have signed a contract to where they, any kind of content after I blow y'all channel up. Like, I need a little bit of percentage from, if my name is in it. See, and that has to do with contract. That has to do with business. Then you can't, she should, or she would be able to make a little bit off each of her name, off each video with her name in it or her content. But that wasn't talked about, and that's where you need the motherfucker with the suit, but that's on your side, to tell them, like, to sign that, to write that contract with that in it. Type
Those
shit.
videos went viral quick.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about it with them.
We saw one of the statements 1 month while we was there working with them. Y'all had made $150K in 1 month, and I know that didn't come from the rest of the content. Y'all ain't got $25,000 on my lawyer? I mean, at least y'all could do is give me the money so I can go pay a lawyer that actually wants to end my legal troubles in Dallas for all of the crimes that were put on me and set up and orchestrated by YouTube. I don't know. Would you rather give me the money for my lawyer, or would you rather have to give up half in a divorce? I'm just trying to figure it out. Because some of the stuff that I gotta say, I can almost guarantee somebody's bitch is walking away with half. Real rap. Now, you can give me the money for my lawyer like y'all promised y'all was going to do, so I can hire a lawyer that actually wants to be a lawyer and hold Dallas DA feet to the fire about why that they're obstructing my life and my civil liberties with cases they know they can't win. Why don't y'all just give me my money? Just give me the money for the lawyer. I'll pay a lawyer that'll actually do the job. I'll do one last interview and we can call it a day. And then I ain't got to bust y'all up. But it's real simple.
Damn,
if y'all ain't going to give me my money, I'm going to just make sure you spend it in another way. But you going to spend that money one way or the other. I promise y'all that.
This is unfortunate, bro. She's really
now you can take the hit to your platform.
She's begging for lawyers.
Go back to making subpar content with subpar, just subpar. Y'all go back to doing that. I don't think it'll bring you as much money as I have, though. I think it would be fair to say that of all the YouTubers that have made a ridiculous amount of money off of me, Real Life would definitely be at the top of that list.
Yeah, I see that part too. They could, if she's asking them behind closed doors, like, "Yo, help me out with some bread for this shit. I really made y'all some money." You would think that a good friend would hit you back, take care of you.
Listen to me, I'm not a stick-up queen. I don't run around.
Right.
All I ask for is what I want.
Right.
All I ask for is what I need. That's it. They sat there last summer and promised every last one of their subscribers they was going to stand by me defend me, support me because of what I done. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. It's all fun until the rabbits got the gun.
That's a bar.
If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have hit 1 million subscribers. I'm the one that brought everybody back to the yard and got them across the million finish line. If it wasn't for me, that would have never happened.
She said my milk.
They were stuck. Till old Jag came through. Yeah. Ingrates. So YouTube.
Just give me my money.
I don't think it's going to turn out so good for y'all playing.
That is hilarious. Straight up.
If I just destroy every last content creator you've pushed up against the wall to turn on me.
Nah, she needs to make that video. Just give me my money. Just give me my... That shit is hilarious. Just give me my money.
I'm so humble.
I'm humble.
Because if I wasn't, I'd have done a lot more damage before now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm named in the lawsuit in RICO for doing things that never happened. And the source is a fake victim who pretended to be Anna Kane so she would be forced to unveil her identity so that they could pressure her and have people like Andre Turner's titties sit there and disgrace her and have memes make it make no sense, disgrace her. You people are caught, and I'm telling.
Man, I hope. I know. I feel like she ain't really nothing.
It's wild to me.
I feel like she didn't do nothing really. I don't think she.
It's just wild to me.
Yeah. I
The
feel
things
like
that
people could see, people that don't know them at all, and if you get the right person to make up, like, you can really do that. I could see how somebody that live in Alabama or some shit that don't, you know what I mean? But like, if she's lying, then we all fucked out.
Will say and do for money.
But
It never ceases to amaze me.
This is a call for help, man. Like, help me. The channel that I put on is not trying to help me, and you need lawyers. Like, you don't know what those 12 jurors are gonna say in that trial. They might see her and be like, yeah, she is part of it. They, to me, like, she wouldn't have got on camera and just outed all these people if she was part of it. Like, you know what I mean? And the psychology of a whatever, it probably says, like, I mean, think about it. If she was guilty, she wouldn't have been all blasting these fools, because they would have been like, motherfucker, he was right there. But I think she's just a cry for help, man. Like, her name is with their names now. That's fucking scary. Because if you didn't do it and you've been outing these fools, and now everybody that you've been telling, the whole world, is like, well, nah, you're in it. That's scary, dude. That is crazy. This is real life for her, man. So,
this is the only person that said
so she has to
publicly that I transported victims to Diddy parties. This person who pretended to be Anna Kane.
She's on the computer getting bread
This
out here.
is their witness that they used to put me in that lawsuit. Put a 5 in the chat.
What's the numbers?
We can believe anything that comes out of Lamisha Fuller's mouth.
Nah, man.
Put a 6 in the chat.
Put $1 in the chat. That's it.
If you know she's a known liar.
That don't make sense.
and an addict. 5 in the chat if you believe this woman. 6 in the chat if you know she's a liar.
7 in the chat if you want.
Because this is the only person that said that I transported victims to Diddy parties and took money for it. This is the witness who lied to the whole world and said she was Anna Kane. Does she look like Anna Kane to anybody?
Let him sleep.
This is the testimony that they using to put me in that lawsuit. When do I have to go to trial? I'm not going to trial. I've been asking to go to trial for the fake crimes that Tasha K and her little troll minions put together to try to make me look like I'm this and I'm that, so wouldn't nobody believe me? A defender of freedom. Every day I live, it just hurts their objectives. This is the person that said that I essayed her. She said that I sat there and in the woods in some weird ritual, watching the Jigga Man rip the heart out of little babies and drink the blood, and that I sat there. Sure did. Sure did. She said a lot of things. She sat there on the Sean Atwood platform and tried to convince everyone and me that her and I knew each other. And I made it very clear that that never happened. Her dates were off. Everything was wrong. But you know, that was because she was being coached by Lionel B. Why don't nobody talk about him no more? Because he's the one that brought this whore, this lying whore, to YouTube to pretend to be Anna Kane. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Diddy's lawyers just amended his lawsuit to include me based on testimony from this person. That really doesn't sound like a good plan to me. Does it sound like a good plan to y'all?
Doesn't matter. It looks bad.
Sounds kind of stupid.
Look good though. If you going,
sounds kind of dumb.
Diddy said, "If I go to hell, I'm taking you with me."
If they're banking on this piece of crap whore who has done nothing but lie on me and Natanya Rubin, then I think they need to get ready for a countersuit for playing with my good name. Lamisha Fuller is the witness that they're using. They're using her lying ass testimony to put me in this case. Do you know what that says? Desperation. Oh, no. It's not based on my Pierce Morgan testimony. If it was based on what I had to say on Pierce Morgan, then they would have ran with this a long time ago. Why did they wait until now? Until after they failed at sacrificing me again?
Right back. Hold on, y'all stay with me.
Like I said, I was a dominatrix. Like I said, I worked with other sex workers. And like I said, they came back to me and brought me all that I needed to know. That's what I said. See, I turned all of the sex workers that I knew into spies. They want a name. I'm going to give them one. Her name is Kelly Worthington.
Kelly, oh no.
And that is her government name.
Jesus. Oh,
She's the first cousin of Kamal, Lil Jimmy, from The Roots, who plays on The Fallon Show.
Oh. And Jag talks about The Roots all the time.
I'll give you that name. Go look her up.
So they probably paid their
Jersey and Philadelphia. She went to Overbrook Junior High School. Sure did. I've known her since then. I've never gone out of my way to pull her name out. But since they want to play hardball, I'm going to throw them one. Kelly Worthington. Kamal from The Roots, first cousin. They're both half white and half black. Their mothers are white and known prostitutes who loved black men, and they had children with black men. Jimmy's mom and Kelly's mom. No disrespect, poor white trash. And they didn't have any problem with objectifying their children. Kelly got it the worst, though.
So since she's talked about she's talked about The Roots, all kinds of The Roots, like on tour. This happened with little kid, you know what I mean? Like she's talked all kinds of. I wonder if maybe the cousin. She said this the cousin of The Roots. The cousin just got pissed and was like, I seen Jag do this. So now Jag's like, bitch, you just the cousin. You lying for some money. See, it's just that's the thing, man. If the courts get one of these ladies, like actual person that comes up, like, and then the jury believes it, man, you could have talked yourself into some trouble, man.
Turn Kelly.
Hopefully, I don't know, man.
Into a prostitute.
Okay, you're right, Tasha.
Kelly Worthington danced and did her sex work under the name Paris.
She's the one that the transcript was written, that was talking in the transcript that Ticket was reading. So this is all coming from them. Oh, wow. This is actually really kind of scary then, man. Because the shit that they was describing was dark. It was dark. Let's be real, man. That shit is dark. I had to skip hella pages. I don't want to hear that. Ticket had to skip hella. He quit early. I'm sure a lot of listeners quit early. Like, this is dark. So, and I know we are, you know, we're laughing at some of the shit she's saying, but man, it's people are really out there like getting hurt by all this shit, and that's, if we could get them people out of here, that's the best. I feel like that's the best way that we cooperate as a whole collective to elevate, you know what I mean? But we'll figure it out. That's all we got, man.
She used to work at Delilah's, where Amber Rose used to work. Truth is, if Kelly hadn't gotten pregnant by that guy from the Eagles who was third string and had those twin girls, Jordan and Dominique, because those are Kamal's little cousin's names.
Third cousin?
His cousin Kelly.
Bro, who knows who is someone's third cousin? Whoever says that. Nobody knows third cousins. We're third cousins. I never said that in my life. I said, that's my cousin. Like,
Worthington, her children were named after
this shit is comedy.
basketball players. Dominique and Jordan. Their father was third string for the Eagles. He used to live right around the corner from where I lived, up City Avenue, in those condos where they used to put most of the third stringers. I remember when Kelly was living there with him. I remember when he was beating on her while she was pregnant. I don't know how many times I begged Kelly to get out of the life. I don't know how many times I begged Kamal to let us find a way to get her out. And all little Jimmy could say, her first cousin, was, that's what bitches do. Bitches are whores. That's what they do. I can't help it that all the women in my family are whores. She ain't no different than my mother and my aunt. No, not Kelly Rowland. Kelly Worthington. She would have been Amber Rose. Kanye would have liked her more than Amber. She was more susceptible. Yeah, Kelly had gotten pregnant and was on maternity leave, and that's why she missed her opportunity to become Amber Rose. Amber Rose was Kelly's stand-in when she was away. She made the most of it. She latched on to Kanye when he came to Philly, and he was at Delilah's, and there was Paris' stand-in, Amber Rose. Yep. Y'all go look that up. Y'all like doing research? Y'all go look that up. No, I'm not talking about Q-Tip. I'm talking about Kamal from the Roots. You know the guys that just tried to have me sacrificed last weekend with Angie Stone? And I'm not saying allegedly. Kamal from the Roots, who was only put in the Roots because he was half black and he could play the piano. Let's get straight. Scott Storch is more an original member of the Roots than Kamal. But because they were doing the black activist thing and they was pump faking on wanting to get Mumia and justice for Mumia and all of that stuff, they didn't feel like it would have worked into the overall optics having a white guy in the band. And somebody can go and ask Scott Storch this himself. He's probably happy that I'm saying it.
He's probably asleep.
Because Lord knows he wasn't ever allowed to say it. The only reason little Jimmy got picked to be in the Roots was because he was half a nigga. And it worked better with the black power objective to have a light-skinned guy than for them to admit that they were relying on a white Jewish guy for their very black sound. Yeah, Q-Tip is from Tribe Called Quest, not from the Roots. That's the only reason Jimmy's in the band. That's why they had to hire James Poyser to come in and to be a part of the band because he is a real musician. Jimmy was a stand-in. They put Jimmy there to pretend to be Scott Storch so that they could carry their black power agenda because they weren't thugs, they weren't hardcore, they weren't anything that rap wanted at the time. They had to become political. And that wasn't even their idea. That was Richard Nichols' idea. It was a smart one, too. He had some talented kids. He had a group. They trusted him. And he was brilliant. And he made it work. He made it work. But the only reason Jimmy is there, Kamal, the light-skinned member of the Roots, is because they didn't want to admit that their entire sound was built by a white guy. It was sad because Scott really loved working with the Roots. He really loved working with Rich. He really loved helping them build their sound. He loved it. He was so committed, and he just wanted to be honored. He just wanted to be in the group. He wanted to be acknowledged. And that's part of the reason why you don't ever hear Scott Storch really talking about the Roots. You might hear him talk about Rich, but you don't hear him talking about the Roots. Because they snaked him. Just like they snaked everybody else. That's why James Poyser is a part of the band, because they needed a real competent musician to be able to work with Amir to pull it off while Jimmy just sits there and hits keys. Like, for real, Jimmy, come on the low. He ain't no different than the Muppets in the band in the Muppet Show. You know, baby, the Muppet Show, and they sit there and they got the fake band going. Or better yet, the Chuck E. Cheese band. Y'all been to Chuck E. Cheese. Everybody been to Chuck E. Cheese in America. And then you go and they do the little show and they had the big puppets sitting up there playing on the stuff. That's Kamal. That ain't no different than Ja Bourne. Ja Bourne got a Grammy for pretending to be a producer, while all he does is sit there and hit an MP and just hit the same button over and over again, acting like it's genius. Like, I'm sick and tired of these people. He's a minstrel show player, banging on keys, pretending to be brilliant, when the truth is he was only there to cover up the fact that they relied on a white guy to make it. Black power. That's the Roots. Frauds. Every last one of them. Fraud. Every last one of them.
You call them Roots.
The damn Chuck E. Cheese band.
She said Roots
on a freak show.
She said Roots don't even play them.
You know, they was in that Spike Lee movie, Bamboozled. Art imitating life. Yeah, Mumia is still sitting in jail, and you don't hear them talking about free Mumia no more either. They did him just like they did Scott Storch. Real rap. And little Jimmy, the Chuck E. Cheese band keyboard player, Kamal. Ain't that funny? They even got him a black sounding name. His name is Jimmy. They found a half nigger boy who wanted to be special in music. He had just enough black in him so they didn't have to put black shoe polish on his face. And he'd been sitting there banging on keys for 25 years. How is his stage name being Kamal any different than Chris Todd being Jamal? Why is Lamisha Fuller's picture up here? Because this is the witness testimony that they're using to put me in this lawsuit. This lying whore. I want everybody to see this. This is going to be the last image I pull up on this screen. Because this is the testimony that they use to try to include me in this RICO nonsense. This is who they chose. Lionel B's star witness. Ladies and gentlemen, producing the girl in the D&G shirt, Anna Kane. Oh, that's right. That's not her name. Her name is Lamisha Fuller. Lamisha Fuller shit.
Yeah, that's a bar.
Are you kidding me?
That was funny as hell.
Yeah. She's the reason why I'm in the lawsuit. Her testimony. And then they want to sit up there and talk about Piers Morgan. Oh, because of Piers Morgan. No. Y'all going to have to come up with some evidence. The only person that ever said that I did that I transported people to parties, because what I said is I have my own witnesses and I have my own tapes. That's what I said. And whatever I have, and I ain't got to do nothing with it if I choose not to. If I'm not making any of the evidence that I'm holding on to content, if I'm not talking about it, why is everybody else so worried about it? This is just another half-hearted attempt to try to force me into exposing my witnesses. And I'm not doing it.
Well, yeah.
That's all this is. Put me in the lawsuit, have a bunch of thumbnails, try to run down on me to prove.
She's smart.
To prove. So then this way, I come forward, I give y'all something, and then y'all go and y'all terrorize
She sees through
those
it all.
people.
That's crazy.
So that they don't want to come forward. This is how the intimidation and disinformation game works.
Right.
You create a lot of pomp and circumstance. You create a lot of this. You create a lot of that. And then you force people to have to tell the truth so you can get the information and then get your private investigators to go and intimidate autistic people. Jag, is it true boys to men were robbed by... Yeah, of course they were. I said all of that on the blue couch. What Michael Bivins did to boys to men was disgusting. But all he did was do to them what was done to him. I ain't giving y'all pussy shit. Y'all just gonna have to prove it. But if you want a name, that's the name I got for you. Bonafide sex worker who has been with everybody that I said she's been with. She was abused by my cousin's ex-husband, Brian McKnight. She was abused by Allen Iverson, too. Kelly Worthington was ran through and beat down on by a lot of guys. And it's sad because it got to the point where she got so used to being abused that she thought because they paid extra to do it meant it was okay. Like, Kelly Worthington is probably one of the biggest victims I know in the game. Gorgeous girl. She was so beautiful, Kelly. I remember us as kids. And every time I saw her get into a guy's car because she needed school clothes or because she needed money to eat or because she needed this and she needed that, and her white piece of shit mammy hated her black daddy for leaving her, she literally had to become a prostitute to take care of herself. And when her cousin, Jimmy, Kamal, that's why I'm going to start calling him Kamal T. Millwood. When he finally made it, he never even reached back to help his cousin. He never even tried to get her out the game. He knew what these men in this industry was doing to her. And I would come to him and say, dude, we got to get her out. And he would say, she's a whore, just like her mother and my mom. That's what they do. Leave them be. Leave that be. I'm good. Yeah, don't tell nobody that that's my cousin. Jag, please, don't. It's embarrassing. That's what Kamal had to say about his first cousin who was being ran through by the industry. I'm starting to believe that you let it happen as payment for you being able to stick around. I'm starting to think you knew what they was doing to your cousin. I'm starting to think that about you, Kamal, Jimmy, Kelly Worthington's cousin. Go ahead and look. You know, she used to spend a lot of time partying at Club Denim, down Walnut Street. What was that, like 17th and Walnut, right before 18th and Walnut, across the street from BECKHAM? Where a lot of people from Trump Realty Companies spent a lot of time. Like I said, I know a lot of people. Why don't somebody go ask Kamal from the Roots why he allowed his cousin, who danced and sex worked by the name Paris, to be abused by the industry and he did nothing to save her? Somebody go ask him that. Because a good share of the information that I know about what was going on at them freak-offs and all of that, it came from her. All the times I came to pick her up after she had just been beaten and essayed for money. And I sit there and talk to her and tell her what a beautiful woman she was and how she needed to think better of herself. Yeah, that's in Philly. Walnut Street. Rittenhouse Square. That's the kind of man Kamal from the Roots is. To know that his own blood is being abused and he don't care as long as it don't stop his paycheck. He also abused the crap out of his first wife, his black wife, whose name is also Michelle. I don't know how many times I seen him put his hands on her. I don't know how many times I had to see her defend herself against Lil Jimmy. And then he sacrificed his black family and married a white woman. Just like his mammy and his auntie. I guess he went back to what he knew. What he could trust. In my opinion, I do believe Kamal, a.k.a. Lil Jimmy, sold his cousin off to the Illuminati and knew she was being abused. I'll never forget that day I came up there to the hotel behind, for City Avenue, behind TGI Friday, and Kelly she had a black eye. She was beaten so bad. And she was light-skinned, so, she bruised. And when she told me that Brian did it to her, and I'm like, Brian McKnight, my cousin's husband? I begged her.
Brian McKnight.
So instead, I kept track of everything. I made sure whatever evidence I asked to collect went somewhere safe, not in her care or my care directly, but someone does have it all.
Use the restroom. I'll be right back, guys.
They have it all. See, things that I know that are very damaging, I don't keep them in my personal possession. I'm a stash queen. I got stash everywhere. No, I wasn't babysitting her. I was her port in the storm. And I knew the kind of people she was playing with. If they ever thought that she might turn on them, I knew they would do to her what ended up happening to Kathy. So I kept all that evidence. So just in case anything ever happened to her, I could get justice for her. She wasn't going to quit, see? No matter what I told her to do, no matter what I told her they had planned, I couldn't convince her to quit. Do you know how many of those people that I can't? Do you know how many of those people I can't convince to leave? I don't know how many times I got off stage and got a phone call. Couldn't even stay to sign autographs at my meet and greet to go save girls in the middle of the night. Kelly Worthington. Y'all like doing checks. Y'all like running down. Run that down. Kelly, I'm sorry. But the truth is, you should have just fucking wrote a tell-all book years ago and left and went to Paris like I told you to. Stop being Paris. Move to Paris. Take the girls. Get away. Couldn't convince her to quit. So I did the smart thing. If anything happens to Kelly Worthington after this live, y'all better go ask her cousin Kamal what happened to her. That's what I know. There are other names. There are other people that have confided in me and trusted me for their safety throughout the years. But that's what y'all wanted. Y'all went through all of this trouble to get me to say a name. There you go. There goes your name.
That's great.
Kelly Worthington. She went to Overbrook High School in New Jersey before she dropped out and became a professional sex worker completely. Working for the Illuminati as a concubine. That's just the truth of it. Kelly Worthington was an Illuminati concubine, and I worked very hard in the backdrop for many years to keep her alive. But if y'all want a name, that's the one you got from me today.
That's crazy.
There you go. Kelly? Run!
She said that.
Run!
Oh, shit. This
And
ain't
if
good.
you're not gonna run,
This ain't good for Jack, bro.
then maybe it's time you and I sit down and have a conversation on my new purple couch.
Yeah, this ain't good. We're going to talk to you.
Which will be set up at my new studio. And maybe we can just sit down on the Jaguar Wright show and we can just talk about it, Kelly. What happened to you? All that happened to you. You should be a Jane Doe, Kelly.
That's crazy.
You should be a Jane Doe, Kelly. You should have been one of the first. The way the Illuminati ran through you. The way your cousin Kamal sat there and let the Illuminati run through you.
That's right.
You should be filing your own lawsuits. Kelly Worthington is one of the biggest victims I've ever met in my life, and she's part of the reason why I did what I did. I couldn't save her. She ain't want to be saved.
That's an E40 song.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Oh, that's
Don't
a
save
new
her.
song, too. Don't save her. Swiss Beats. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. J. Cole.
She ain't want to be saved.
J. Cole.
She just wanted to be loved. She really thought one of those motherfuckers was going to take pity on her and love her. She really thought that after all of that humiliation, somebody was going to marry her. When Amber Rose snagged Kanye, she never really got over that because that was her moment. See, she was waiting for that moment. But see, Amber was there and she was on maternity leave. That would have been her. Kanye would have preferred her over Amber, I can tell you that.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I never seen somebody get abused that much and still have so much love in them. I never seen a woman get beat and all she could talk about was how bad she felt that he had to do that to her because he was so hurt. And she was.
That's rough. That's sad right there.
One of the most beautiful girls.
That's crazy.
She just wouldn't be loved.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Kelly in a long time. The girls are grown now, Jordan and Dominique, I'm sure. They're beautiful just like their mother. I just pray that she didn't teach them what her and Jimmy's mom taught her. Of course, it's Stockholm Syndrome. That's why.
Crazy.
That's why I do what I do. Because of the one girl I couldn't convince to walk away. Kelly Worthington. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. Just
That's crazy.
you gotta ask yourself, how bad it had to be to convince yourself that it was okay to get beat to crap because somebody paid you $5,000 extra. It's okay for a man to hit you as long as he paid for it. That's what these Illuminati weirdos do to women. They pay them extra.
That's not. Why would they even do that? Why would she?
They pay them extra. Fucking money.
That's crazy. Yeah, I believe it too. I'm sure. She just probably had enough. You know? There's some people that have enough and they want the whole world to be like, this shit happened.
Kelly Worthington. Kelly. All of you. I'm going to start with you, Jimmy. And then I'm going to pick apart everything else. Say her name. Kelly Worthington. One of the prettiest victims I've ever met in my life. And sweetest.
Because everybody got a story to tell, man. What you
Yeah,
mean?
the root.
Why are you here? You asking me why am I here? But everybody got a story to tell. You feel me? It's up to you to read between the lines. You get what I'm saying? Like, read between the lines. It's cool to hear people out, man. It really is.
Of all evil. That's what they should change the name of that group to at this point in time. The roots of all evil.
That's a bar.
Kelly Worthington. That's my response to your fucking lawsuit. Kelly Worthington. That's my official response. Kamal from the Roots, who plays on the Fallon show, who's only there to cover up the fact that they needed a white Jew boy to make it as black rappers. That motherfucker. Kamal T. Millwood. As his cousin. And he knew what the Illuminati was doing to her. And he was just fine with it. So he could play Chuck E. Cheese band on NBC that likes harassing and lining up autistic people.
She's saying that that's his cousin, and he don't care or something. But he can't control his cousin. Can't, you know what I mean? I can't control my cousin.
If anything happens to Kelly, you will all be sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
know. Take my meds.
Hope nothing happens to them. But I'm just
bye.
Yeah. I think
I don't know why y'all trolls keep showing your faces.
They really got her in a fucking lawsuit now. That's scary.
Y'all got me fucked up. I think y'all really do. Y'all don't know me at all. Yes, the roots of all evil. I've been protecting this girl. I've been protecting her name for damn near 30 years.
Oh, this is the one she always talked about, right? Nisha Fuller, yeah.
And now, no different than Anna Kane, I'm being forced to show my hand. Just like this unfortunate bitch on this screen. All her lies forced out Anna Kane's name and took away her Jane Doe status? Oh, yeah. So now y'all want to put me in a fake lawsuit. Y'all want to put me in some shit to try to force me. Well, there you go. There goes your response. My response to that lawsuit is just a name. Kelly Worthington. Say her name. True victim of the Illuminati. And it was allowed to happen by her own cousin, Kamal from the Roots, so that he could play keyboard badly